in a second.
He looks interesting.
Yes.
No. Now I'm gonna have to go on here, refresh this until it comes up so I can see if it's actually doing the thing. No,
When you
yes,
rip a
it
lid off
is.
one of the fucking cardboard containers, but don't use the fucking
In a second.
part where it's
He
actually
looks
rippable,
interesting.
and just rip it.
Blah blah
Yes.
blah 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 blah. Now I'm gonna have to go on here.
Lots
I
of
can
meat.
refresh this
Lots
until
of meat.
I've muted the stream. Dungeons and disasters. Alright, once everyone has returned, I shall set it over to the start to the other thing. This up there for anyone who wishes to read it. Of course, remember that this is
Oh. Those look
is
like
all
good
that I
rolls.
had. There's about a 5-second delay.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh wow.
Genesis ain't gonna have a good day.
See, I'm hesitant to roll
I'm
5d.
gonna start drinking now.
See, I'm hesitant to roll mine because I have combat at the beginning.
See,
So if I get a natural 20, I don't want that used up.
So
Yeah, do it.
you didn't even get half.
I got a quarter.
You got a quarter.
Yeah, and even more.
I am back.
How did you back?
My plan was to start drinking like an hour after the session started because what I'm drinking will get me drunk quickly.
Seems
Which
like I'm
means
gonna
you should
have to
drink very
update.
little of.
I think I should update my things and say mild drug and alcohol use. Definitely alcohol use.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tugs and Connor.
Mild is a mild word. I don't think it accurately displays what we're capable
It doesn't-
of.
Joey's
It doesn't
gotten
measure
drunk
out
enough to
fucking
get
how much
into a
alcohol is
fight with a
drunk between
player.
those two.
Joey's gotten drunk enough to get into a fight with a player before, and he's learned his lesson, so I don't think it's anything but mild.
Yeah,
I've gotten drunk enough that I threw up all over the fucking place and didn't play D&D that night.
You didn't do that during session, so that's
I know.
different.
I don't think I've got that bad yet in D&D. Still living the high life.
All the alcohol was during that night. Half of it was Hayden's anyway. Such a bad influence, making his younger brother drink all that.
I should have drank some that night. You would have been fine then.
Just waiting
If
for
you
him to get back.
If you had legitimately drunk like just one of the bottles, I would have been completely fine. I think.
What rule?
Max, someone doesn't agree with your rule already. One of them anyway.
It's
Oh, that reminds me. I've got a day left, 2 days left to read this book.
Reading.
Or Nubex, not me.
As this I'm hoping as I get better at streaming, I'll have better equipment and give people a better experience. But until then, everyone has to continuously read this over and over again and listen to us just goggle like a goggle of geese.
Go.
Say that 5 times fast.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
John's
you know
back.
what?
I've been
He's been back.
Okay.
He's been back for a while. He's just,
I got back before Skyrim got back.
Alright, so Axtef, you here?
Yes.
Farrax.
I am here.
Genesis.
Yep.
John.
Oh wait, gone.
Not currently present.
Fuck off.
They
Okay,
kicked me
as
in
you wish.
the dick thrice.
Fucking god.
Precedent and available.
Torthak.
Yeah.
Troy.
Yo.
Can you guys still hear
Okay.
me? I think I
Yes,
broke.
we can.
Okay, I thought I almost broke that.
Alright. So, when we last left off,
So long ago.
Very
it
long
was
ago.
last year. We had a break. Had a Kit Kat.
We were
And
on a
now,
break.
we're returning, with Troy descending into the depths of the mine, with number 11, to deal with a vermin outbreak inside of the mine.
They should,
For those of
hopefully.
you who need to know who number 11 is, they are a slave, owned by Jimus. As you enter the depths, number 11 looks to you. I think I might stay at the elevator this time.
Right. Well, the thing is, it can get rid of the stuff that you did that let me see down here.
Yes, but if you know your way back here, I can get us up faster.
Right. Torch as it is. Once the light. Yeah. No. Fuck it, I don't care. I just want to kill whatever the hell this is.
I'm sure you're strong enough to deal with it.
Yeah, the problem comes when I can't see it.
He hands you a crudely made scroll.
And this is...
It's got a little bit of illuminating ink on it. It should show you a map of the area, and it shows where you are at all times. And me.
MIDI map.
So you should be able to use that to find your way back.
Oh. It will also prove handy to make sure whatever the hell appears in front of me is indeed the thing I want to kill.
If I appear in front of you, it's either because the thing you wanted to kill has killed me and put my head in front of you, or I am running from whatever you're trying to kill.
Either way. I guess try not to die. Jimus seems to favor you. Just because I presume you're useful to him.
I definitely will be trying not to die. Good luck down there, Ingerfist. You're braver than most of those up there.
Brave's certainly a descriptive word for it.
Well, I don't see you as stupid.
Yeah.
The elevator finally rests at the point of no return. Down the echoed hallways, you can hear the sound of someone muttering something in Abyssal. Or at least you believe it's Abyssal. You've heard someone mutter Abyssal before.
I'm heading that way then. The only way I can go. I start heading towards the muttering.
Alright. As you head towards the muttering, do you keep an eye on the map that you now have?
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I am still on the map layout. Alright, there we go. You eventually stop as the muttering is not too far away from you. You would say at least 50 feet ahead of you as it stops. So the protector of my other half has arrived. How about you let me kill him? And make this easy on yourself, big guy.
What do you mean, easy on myself? Do I look like I like any? Do I look like the kind of guy that takes the easier option when it comes to fights?
Considering that you left once, I expected so.
No, that was more due to the fact that Jim has asked me to do him a bit. I think he did ask me to do him a bit of a favor to keep number 11 alive. I don't quite remember. Seems like, for some reason, I've got a bit of a haze on my mind. Like, need a warm up. And I think you'll do just fine.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Are you worthy of the hunt, or shall you just be game?
Only way
You
to tell
see-
that is to fight me.
You see a purple flame erupt onto this person's arm in the distance as they throw it at you. They're going to make an attack. What is your AC?
18.
18. They hit.
Yeah.
You take 7 force damage. The blood of Inigo runs through my veins. Come, fight me. And die well. Roll initiative.
It's 3, but due to being a barbarian, I have the advantage.
And I shall now move you over to the map.
16. Oh, there I am.
Alright. Put it as... There. Please let me update that. There we go. How's it looking? Can you see much?
Yeah, I can see
Black.
stuff all.
Good. Everyone else can watch the stream if they wish to see what's going on. He has made his move.
Alright.
It's your turn.
Oh. Would it take any actions or anything to light a torch?
It is an item interaction to light a torch.
Oh.
Though, what weapon would you use?
Simple. I'm gonna light a torch and then put it on the ground.
Oh, alright. So you light a torch and put it onto ground.
And then I rage.
Alright. You can see him now, yes?
Yes.
Oh boy. Anything else?
I have raged.
Alright, that's your turn?
I need to grow.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
Upon the light hitting him, you can see that some of his body seems a little less human, as if he was slowly turning into something. If you have any idea of how death dells work, you believe that he's in the stage of turning into a gnoll. Unfortunately, he has now stepped to you.
That's not quite right. I need to add +3. Plus. That is my health.
Alright, cool. Unfortunately, it seems he's stepped to you.
And I make 2 attacks.
Alright.
+10 with Head Splitter. So 12 and 13.
You miss.
I'm gonna Reckless.
Alright. So that will count as your first attack, and this is your second attack you hit.
Cool. So 2d6. 7 plus another d4. So 20 damage.
Forgot to do one thing for this dude. Forgot to give him his health. Alright, so how
That's
much
supposed to
damage?
be +9. So 19, 21.
21. No, 22.
22. Yeah.
Upon this, he's going to... Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Because you hit, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
12. So, you feel your arm lock up as if it cannot bend. Your other arm also locks up as if you cannot bend. So now you have your shoulders, not your elbows, to use. Your attacks are currently with disadvantage.
Okay.
So he is now going to make his 2 attacks on you.
And he gets advantage.
Oh, good point. And they both hit.
Yep.
Lucky for you, they're just a dagger. So. However, this dagger is enchanted to be magical. It doesn't have any pluses to it, but it is still blessed. I forgot to put this /R. I am a genius. You take 11 damage.
I take half that because it doesn't matter if it's
Right.
magic damage,
Good
it is
point.
still halved.
Upon seeing the torch, he hits you, and then he runs off, not provoking an opportunity attack.
How so?
Mobile.
I have Sentinel.
Doesn't mobile negate sentinel, or is it the other way around?
Sentinel negates mobile.
Okay, make an attack then as he runs.
Cool. That's
With
still unfortunately going to be disadvantage, so...
Yep.
That was the damage.
That was damage. Screw your disadvantage. I believe I hit. Oh.
I wish it wasn't disadvantage.
You crit.
I crit anyway.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't get to move anywhere, thanks to
I've
Sentinel.
moved him.
So that means it is... /R, please.
You want to just take that roll you took just before, and then add 12 onto it? Plus the 2 extra damage, so it'd just be 32.
An additional d4.
Oh, additional d4. Oh, right, yeah, for height. Alright.
Yeah.
So, you are going to take the original damage that you
Yes.
rolled? Right,
Yes.
So 18 plus... so 20, 22 plus what? It's plus 2 6s are 12, plus 4, which is 16, so 16, 38, I think. So 38? No, I'm going to say 38.
18 plus 12 plus 2.
So it's no, because it would be a 20 because it's meant to be a +9.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
I'll have to roll my damage again for
So-
my next attack with a +9.
So that's 20 plus 2, so it's 22. Plus another
34.
34. And you've added the extra +4 to it?
+4, so that'd be 38.
38, thought so. Oh. Well, that's sore and sorry of him to try and run.
Trying to run, were we?
Your turn
Uh,
again.
Yep. I have to continue reckless attacking, so then I've just got a flat roll, so...
Yep.
Is the first attack with reckless, which makes it just a normal roll, which makes it a 20.
Hits.
Sad. Could have been a crit. And the second attack makes it a
Misses.
12. Okay. So here's that first attack damage. 18.
18. Right. I slash down on him again. He is going to you're going to have to make another wisdom save.
I'm rolling the wrong things. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
8. I'm not going to be able to move my
Your
arms at all.
shoulders are now locked. As you have not
I'm a-
used as you must use your action to undo this.
Okay.
It is now his turn. You can see the cuts that you put into him are oozing what looks to be purple essence along with blood. He's going to make a couple attacks on you again.
Yep.
With advantage.
Yep.
Oh no, that's not
He got
good.
a crit?
One missed, but the other was a crit.
Oh. Damn.
I'm going to need you to make a con save. Firstly, you will take 6 points of piercing as he stabs it into you, and now you're going to need to make me a con save.
19.
19, you succeed the con save. You are not poisoned. He is now going to attempt to run away.
Well, I can't
Actually-
do anything about that.
Actually, he's not going to run away. No, he will run away because he needs to rethink his life choices because he knows if he stands there for any longer, you're just going to undo. It is now your turn.
Well, Angerfist is gonna undo whatever or try to undo whatever the hell it is that's keeping his arms locked.
Roll a wisdom check.
16.
16. Your arm of flesh works again. However, your arm of metal seems to still be locked tight. However, your shoulder's back because you didn't lose your shoulder.
So I can do what I did last time.
Yeah. You just gotta find him is all.
Yeah. So 10 feet. I pick up the torch.
Yep.
And 5, 10, 15, 20. No, it's 25, 30. It's just out of my reach. You're going to be annoying and keep running, aren't you?
Better keep up with the hunt.
because I had to use my action to do that, and I had to do. No, I can't. I don't think I have any bonus action things.
Alright, so is that your turn?
Attack, I should attack next. I believe so, yes.
Alright, he's going to attempt to cast a spell on you, and
Oh,
it hits. Are you ready for Witch
probably not.
Bolt?
Oh, that's going to be annoying.
You take 5
So I take
lightning
5 damage.
However, will he survive?
as he moves backwards again.
Oh, I'm going
And
to
it is
move
your turn.
forward again.
Alright,
30 feet first.
torch review.
I guess me there. Oh, any bit closer is good. Then with my free arm, I'm going to throw my lightning javelin at him.
Alright. Roll an attack.
And I say the thing, so yeah.
What is the thing?
I just effectively say whatever it is that makes it turn into a literal lightning
What is
bolt
it?
when I throw it. Charge.
Alright. Charge it is.
And oh,
You throw it.
I can't reckless attack that
and-
either because it's not a melee attack.
Nope. You throw it, and as you throw it, he just sort of moves his head just a tad as you see it just go careening past his head. And he smiles at you.
That annoys me. That annoys me a lot.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, it is.
Alright. So you will be taking some Witch Bolt damage.
Yeah.
1 damage. As he dashes away from you. How shall you deal with this?
Well, I'm going to dash myself.
Alright. Where are you dashing?
Oh, first I move my feet down here. Moving his feet down here.
Alright.
And then I'm moving up next to him.
Alright.
And I just drop the torch. Drop the torch next to me.
Oh no.
All behind me.
His dash move of moving to 80 feet away was not enough because you were 60 feet away from him. Is that your turn?
Yep. Because I can't.
He's going to Witch Bolt damage you some more.
That witch bolt damage is actually rather handy because it keeps
Keeps you raging.
Yeah.
He's
I
then
did
going to
that
attempt
wrong.
to stab you again.
I
As,
did that.
what did you do wrong?
I went -45 instead of -1.
Alright, so. Would you like the good news or the bad news?
Well, he doesn't have advantage on it unless he has a thing that gives him advantage.
Yes. But would you like the good news or the bad news?
Whichever one is going to hurt less or more, your
Good news
choice.
for you, he misses. Bad news for him, he misses. It is now your turn.
Well, I'm going to hit him again.
Alright.
So, yeah, screw it. I'm still going to reckless because it's helping. So, first attack,
Oh,
second attack. So, a natural
first
20.
attack's a crit, and second attack is a hit.
Cool. So,
I can tell you now that the damage that you are about to do probably exceeds his health, but we will see.
slash, I'll actually do the proper crit damage now. 2d6 plus 1d4 plus. So it's 9
Plus 9, plus 4, plus 12.
Plus 4,
May as well
plus
just do
12.
that.
plus 9 plus 12 plus 4.
Yep.
36.
Alright. How do you want to do it? Or do you want to get him with the second attack?
Well, I'm
That's
going to
fine.
roll the second attack damage anyway.
Okay. So how do you want to do it?
It's a nice, just clean cut straight down the middle.
Alright, so the first hit is cracks his skull. As the second hit, you raise up the arm that's good. You let go of the arm with that doesn't work, and you just bury it into his head. As the weight just travels through, down into his chest. You think it stops, so you go to pull it out, but as you pull it out, you saw it in half.
Oh, that felt good.
Your robot arm starts working again.
That felt very good. I grab one of the halves of his bodies and use it to clean head splitter off.
Right. As you do so, you hear within your mind the sound of a hyena laughing, and you swear you understand the abyssal words spoken of good hunt.
Maybe I'll get along with that. Angerfist is gonna just sort of hold the torch
Right.
with head splitter, and he's gonna drag the two halves of the dude back by the head.
You get back to the elevators. You can see number 11 is currently just sort of sitting there twiddling his thumbs.
I just dumped the body up there, just blew out the torch. That was a good warm up for whatever the hell's happening next.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm assuming Jimis probably has something planned next, and either way, I'm pretty sure that that us misfits are gonna be taking over another town.
Oh, lovely. Well, I'd love to see that, but currently trapped here.
Yep.
He touches the he goes over and pulls on the elevator thing as you both start moving up. Jimis, back on the surface, what are you doing?
I'm just stretching a bit.
Alright. And what is Axtef doing at the moment? Back at the Marauders HQ.
Yes, he would be training training everyone that is there or turned up as new recruits and such.
The size of the Marauders has grown from but 3 to 6 to 9 at the moment. with the most memorable being the first one you trained, the Drach the Bloody,
Yep.
and of course, you're the only other one that survived, which seems to be getting older and older as you see him, as if age has finally caught up to the last orc of the Marauders, or the original Marauders, apart from whoever Shadow is.
Yes, Shadow.
Facts. How
Sorry,
goes
muted myself.
how goes your little forest design with Maneater?
Meta, just to jumpstart my memory. What do you mean by that?
You were working on a project inside of the forest. You dug out a hole.
I did?
Yes, or at least you took over a hole that was being dug. And you started filling it with bones.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember. Could
I mean, it
Could
has
you
been
give me
quite a break, so
Could you give me some time to try and remember? I'm thinking it might be something Jimis asked Farx to do.
That sounds like something Jimis would do.
Jimis had his slaves start making a new town, and then he chose to take them to an entirely different place to do so. You, last I checked, were asked by Jimis to fill that hole with something, and you decided to fill it with bones, last I checked.
Yep, because I had a shit ton of bones.
You were
You
making
were
a
also
bomb.
setting up a little encampment out in the forest for
Oh,
your
yeah.
little design.
Oh,
Genesis. Whilst in the tower, you can see there is commotion outside near the entrance of the Banditville. It looks like a whole group of people are starting to coalesce at the edge of the shield. Using your eagle eye vision looking out, you can see a single lone person walking towards the town, using what looks to be a ancient bastard sword as a walking stick. Or a staff.
Okay, I'm going to. One, I'm going to inform the rest of the party of what I'm seeing. And then I'm going to go downstairs to find out what's going on.
Alright. You head down. You inform the party of what's going on with the sending stone, I would imagine.
Yes.
I would respond on the sending stone saying, Nubex, I need to pick up on in my town.
Nubex, you are
I'm already in your
currently.
town.
Oh, alright. I was going to say you are
Yeah.
currently down in Goblin Town, enjoying
How-
the vast mint that you have created underneath the bandits of under Banditville.
I would love to be there, but last I left off, I was in James's town.
So you see Nubeck just walk up next to you and say, "I'm already here."
Perfect. I place my hand on his shoulder.
It's like you've
Oh,
forgotten all the
you're not-
kerfuffle we dealt
You're
with last
not
time.
even gonna look at getting Joey.
I just let you know that I'm on my way up after killing the thing. His in half body is on the lift for someone to do anything with.
Oh, wow, you really do smell Nubex. Oh, we should probably pick up that body first.
I told you, I don't shower. Why would I shower? With
Fair point.
water.
I would have informed you via the sending stone, so I'm currently coming up on the lift.
I'll use the sending
Yeah.
stone saying, toss it in the bag.
So you see him
Right.
arrive at the top of the lift.
I just grab it by its head and walk over to you. like put the two halves of the head together and drag it over to you.
Alright.
So what
Okay.
the hell were you? What were you gonna do with this anyway?
No idea yet. I open up one of the bags of holding. Just toss it in here.
I do that.
Sounds
So
like
I
a meal
take it we're
for
going back to
thought.
Banditville by the sounds of it.
Nubex. Express
I-
delivery.
I've just put my hand on like Nubex's head.
Fine. I'm gonna teleport us into like the center of Banditville.
Alright. You appear at the center of Banditville. As you're appearing in the center of Banditville, you can see Jimis to your right, just exiting his tower.
Genesis.
I mean, oh yeah, Genesis. Whoops. Genesis to your right, exiting his tower. You're not sure whose tower it was before, but it seems like Genesis just owns it now.
So what's up?
My tower opens up to the square, right?
Basically.
I point towards where essentially the main gate is.
By this time, it looks like you can hear some shouting going on down there.
That.
As much as I'd love for this to be a fight, I'm currently not in the best condition.
There are.
But
Ooh, that's.
What?
There are a lot of people outside the shield. As I just start walking in that direction,
Oh
and
no,
there's
there's a lot of people in the shield looking at one person outside of the shield.
yeah,
Shouldn't
and
we
the
wait
person
and see if they
outside
can
is
get
the
in?
one with the sword cane.
Did you say sword cane?
Well, he's using a bastard sword as a cane.
neat.
He did say sword cane.
Has anyone told boss about this?
You're the one with.
Were you about to say I'm the one with the connection to him?
No,
Oh, use the sending stone. Hey, what?
screw that. I used the freaking worm to inform him.
Or at least ask him what's going on.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
start heading towards the edge of
I'm
the barrier
pretty
thing
sure
anyway.
that he doesn't have the worm.
Genesis
You use the
should.
what
John,
doesn't
I
have a
think.
worm?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
What
doesn't?
doesn't have one? But what has been missing for a bit? Apparently,
Aye.
boss has had him doing odd jobs, and now he is being called.
Whether
Ring,
he picks
ring,
up.
ring, ring. What? Are you there?
He's not going to respond to that name, by the way.
Angathis, what name was he going by last time we spoke to him?
That could be any number of things,
Right.
really.
John Doe?
It's just John.
That sounds familiar.
He responded.
We're in Town Square if you would like to meet us.
Which one are you again?
The best one.
Please.
Alright, I guess I'll come.
Right. So who is approaching?
Forex would be heading there.
I'm about 15 feet behind Angathis.
Yeah, because Dangathis started heading towards the barrier.
Yeah.
Has
And I'll be
anyone
walking in
told-
Angerfish's shadow.
Has anyone asked Axdef to leave the place? Because I think he'll probably have heard this, but he probably doesn't care.
Fair point. Angerfist, as he's going, would say, "Yo, Axdeath, meet me by the main entrance of main entrance of Bannetville. If you're at your Marauders place, might have something going on.
You don't get a response, but
Alright.
he will be there.
He trusts you to just go there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, who approaches the front first?
Me?
Axtef would probably be second last or last.
So, Genesis, you see a creature who seems to have forgotten how to die. The skin has molded somewhat with the bone, and this creature stares with a deathly glare at everyone. A lot of people seem to be spouting that he might be death himself, and are yelling at him to leave. He just seems to be standing there patiently, waiting for someone to let him into the shield.
Jesus, how went it with an informing boss?
I'm going to ask
I'm
boss.
getting a phone call at the moment.
I'm gonna ask boss whether or not we should, well, if we're allowed to let him in.
What does it look like?
Well, an undead of some kind. The skin and bone seems to have fused together, to be honest.
Well, it could be a lich.
Yes.
So, I'm not sure there are many liches around. Ask him for his name.
I walk through the crowd.
Right. As soon as you walk through the crowd, his gaze turns to look at you. It feels as if a winter cold brushes over you as he stares upon you.
I'm not bothered by the cold, so.
A winter's cold, one that is chill to the bone, sort of.
Yeah, it's a
cold.
definitive chill.
Yeah. He looks
May I
towards
ask
you.
for your name?
You wish for my name. I ask for yours first.
Genesis Creed.
Genesis. He looks towards you. I will need you to roll a wisdom save.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hast I missed?
Not much.
9.
Cool.
Alright. You fail. Nothing seems to happen. You do not have the information I seek, but you have met him once. Tell me where I can find Sladval.
Is this something that only Genesis can hear, or?
As you guys arrive, you hear him say, "Tell me where you can find Sladval."
Slardval, I believe. Meta. I believe Slardval is the one in the. I think
Is
he's
he
the one
not the
that's in the
demon?
black market. No.
This is no. I
The
thought he was
Vals
the demon.
are. Wait, we've met him once.
Yeah.
Genesis has met him once. It might be the demon.
Could also be the pirate.
We've met the pirates twice. The pirate twice.
Pretty sure Genesis has only met the weapon seller once.
No, I've met
Thought it
him.
was him.
Because you already have your own weapon.
Hearing that, Angerfist, like, the worms were like a telepathic link sort of deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Angerfist informs Boss that there's a weird-looking, undead-looking thing looking for his brother that's in the black market outside the
Have you
barrier.
got a name yet?
I'd say that he hasn't given me his name. He kind of refused to give it.
Seems about right. I'll be there shortly. Unless, of course, you can get a name out of him.
Excuse me. Before we ask who you are, what are you?
He looks at you as you feel the same cold chill to the bone. I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Lucky.
Alright.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I just have to.
Anything else?
That's
Yep.
Wow, there goes those two nat 20s.
Class feature.
Class
Yeah.
feature?
12, are you kidding me?
God.
Inspiration?
I don't want to burn it on this.
Seems like you have to.
Jimus. Am I correct?
Yep, that's me.
You are of a man of magic. You can make an assumption, can't you?
Ooh. Do you happen to have a cipher or anything like that?
Of course, you're like the rest of the simpletons, thinking that I am death itself.
No, you're merely an agent.
Are you a lich?
Ah. You have earned my name. I am Darvel.
I immediately informed Boss of that name, and I also filed that name for future reference.
Angerfist is just trying to figure out which one of them earned the name.
Wait, did you say Val?
I did say Val.
Guys, don't we know someone else with the name Val?
Boss, you finally hear, boss. That would be I would simplify it, 10 times great-grandfather.
You had a great grandfather, boss, and you didn't tell us? And he's still alive?
We try not
What
to
is
talk about him.
Why,
Ah.
was he a do-gooder?
I also
Actually, I
wouldn't
can't
exactly call that alive.
Darval
counts.
looks towards you. Do-gooder, I am the original Val. I killed my parents. I
Oh.
killed my brother. I
You should
killed my
walk
sister.
right on through.
Yeah, why can't he come in?
I must get permission. And you have given it, as he steps through the portal.
I just look at
He
Jimus.
continually you see that he continuously uses his ancient bastard sword as somewhat of a walking stick.
When he
This is the
says
face
that,
you see.
when he says that, I'm gonna whisper to Genesis. So he's a vampire then.
That is his full body. You notice
Okay.
that there is quite a bit of black bone showing.
Have you heard of shoes?
Don't need them since bone was all that was left.
Yeah, but you might eventually wear through that.
They regen. Take me to Slod Val. I grow tired of talking to you.
I gesture for him to follow me, and I start walking.
Look at Boss. Like-
Boss hasn't arrived yet.
I
Oh,
tell
he heard,
Boss that we're
information.
heading towards the black market.
Is there
which
is there any
through the
reason why we
past
should not
alleyway.
let your 10 times great grandfather meet your brother?
But I haven't talked to Slod for a while. Maybe he is an expecting father.
So this is a family related. This has to do with something to do with your family and
Most
your
likely.
traditions.
Most likely.
Alright.
So
I'm
what I'm
probably
hearing is
going to stay away from this.
we don't need to be here.
Jimis. He has gold on him.
Oh, I've noticed.
He also has adamantine armor on.
I've also
His
made note of that
sword
as well.
is adamantine as well. However,
This is a heavily armored lich.
one of his bracer on his left arm seems to be made out of some gold, but also a material you have not seen before.
So, what is that? I just gesture to the sword.
It's the sword that I used to cut down many.
Oh,
With Angerfist's actual faster movement speed, just normal walking, he's just gonna walk ahead.
It's lighter than normal iron, more sturdy.
fair enough. Ever thought of replacing the top layer of your bone with adamantine?
Not worth it. When I die, it will disappear. It will be taken. And I will return.
Interesting.
Flesh and all. I have not died for a while.
Actually, Angerfist would ask, "Boss, should I bother to? Do you want me to go and inform your brother?"
I don't think you would want to anger the old man. He tends to arrive when he needs to. Ask questions, but do not do things for him.
Alright, then Angerfist isn't going to walk ahead, he's gonna walk behind. He's paying attention to the talk of what the weapon was made out of. Because the weapon does look cool.
He gestures with his bony hand behind him. That large oaf behind us is wielding something so heavy it may as well be a weight.
I don't know if you're talking about Head Splitter or my coin.
I'm talking about both.
Yeah.
He glances towards you. Wisdom save.
Attain.
You already can grow to one size larger. Why do you need a weapon like that? Just get a weapon like this, and you'll be able to break down walls before they can even do anything about it.
I believe it's called strength training.
Strength did not save my father. He died
He wasn't
just
strong
as he
enough.
lived. And the one behind me, known as Ingerfist, his father was not saved by his strength.
And he also wasn't strong enough. I'm gonna turn to Angerfist. Can I go?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, goodbye. And I'm just gonna walk off towards.
I like how you're just you guys were just following him, and finally one of you is just like, I'm out.
Honestly, Angerfist is all he really wanted to do was get a reasonable look at the sword, and he's probably going to wander off again.
Hey, Nubex, don't forget about the island stuff.
Yeah, send me a message later. I got business stuff to do as well.
Got it.
I will say Farts would be following along because he is slightly curious about this.
Oh yeah, Jimus wants to watch him kill the other guy.
Yeah. He goes. He looks at you, Farax. What are you looking at, lizard? Am I going to need to skin you?
Or
are you going to try and skin me?
I'd rather. I don't really feel like trying to skin anything today.
Would I still be quite close?
He,
I'm
he,
like, hold
he
on.
looks at you and he shakes his head as expecting you to say, you wouldn't get much off me. Where's your sense of humor?
Yes, I've just been filling in a hole with too many bones as of lately.
So, how'd you earn the eye?
I gave
Finally, someone
myself
asked
to
that
the
question.
abyss. I gave myself to the abyss, and the abyss gave me power.
Huh. So, is there any, like, negative ramifications for you when you come back to life?
I don't have anything on me. And I start from square zero. I do end up getting my stuff back. Just have to kill a few people for it.
Oh, and do you appear here or back wherever your phylactery is?
I appear where I choose to appear. That is where my phylactery is wherever I choose to appear anyway.
Interesting. So you'd be like a pain to beat. Nice. Do any work for hire?
What?
Angerfist has just straight up walked off at this point because he's not that interested in what's going on.
He stops, looks at you. What did you say?
Genesis had stopped after he heard it and is just staring at him like, how dumb are you?
Wad's got a little smile while watching this.
I'll take that as a no.
Farax is
Oh,
just
if Angerfist had actually noticed what was there, he would have actually gone for like a little high five from him.
He would have high-fived back.
Yeah.
Did you
And then
ask
walk.
if I am for hire?
No, I asked if you did any work for hire.
Once, in a time before I was a great. You don't need to hear about how old I am. As he starts walking again.
Well, I certainly wouldn't mind hearing how old you are.
Old enough to see 10 generations or more go past, and I'm about to see I'm about to see the 13th generation, which means that the 11th generation shall die soon.
No, that's a bit unfortunate.
Age
well.
gets to those. But if you're smart, you will not die. You'll just find a new way to live.
So what's with the bracer?
It is a magical item.
I deduce that much. I just meant what's the history about it?
It is a legendary item I have created.
Did you create the metal, or a material, I should say?
I made it from a point where the abyss and the negative plane connect. I used some of the river Styx to create it too. Yes, the river of unmaking made something.
I whisper to Genesis, man, I can't believe there's an entire river just made of sticks.
So I assume whatever that item is, it negates magic.
It does not negate magic, but it has abilities.
Genesis is keeping a straight face. Yeah, but after he's gotten away from this person, he's definitely going to find what again and go. So you came back with a sense of humor, I see.
What makes you so interested in me?
Immortality.
At last I checked, you had something to do with Vecna.
Oh yeah.
And your immortality has been forfeit, last I checked.
Oh, yeah, those sorts of things have a way of working themselves out for me.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. As you finally arrive at the black market, you guys see someone currently standing and awaiting Delvigor. Well, not Delvigor, Darvel. And the person awaiting Darvel is Slard, as if he had an inkling that something was coming.
Hey, cool. He's got a proper red jacket now.
So is that hilt made of pure gold, or?
It seems to be made out of some sort of gold material. You're not sure if it's actual gold or what. It could be pyrite. Pyrite looks like gold.
Oh, Jim Snow's pyrite looks like gold.
I'm going to stand about 15 feet away from him.
Yeah, Fox is going to take about the same amount of
They
space.
both place their blades into the ground and they walk up to look at each other. You can see there's a clear height difference between both. One is 6'3", the other is not 6 foot. So you have finally done it. Someone has finally done it. It took a lot longer than usual, but we now have the next generation. I mean, yeah, but I didn't expect you to be here a couple of days before. I thought you were going to be here a couple of days after. It has been long overdue for a child. And if it is a girl, you know the customs. His face, you can see Slard's face sort of looks a little sorrowful when he hears that. He looks to the Darvel looks to the rest of you who stayed with him. What are you doing? Can't you see I'm having a family moment?
Like family matters in this group.
There's just a slight nod from Jimus. Right, we're not family. Understood.
I sort of give Genesis a nudge to say something.
Oh no! I turn, start walking away, and grab What by the by the shoulder. Let's.
As he's dragging me away, I just wave goodbye to everyone.
Fox is, you know what, he's gonna decide to go ahead and just head off.
I'm going to walk away with Fark.
Alright.
Oh,
He
and as I'm
turns.
walking away with Jimis, I say, by the way, I filled that hole of yours with bones.
Yeah, those of you who walk away, you can see speed walking down towards you guys is Boss. You've never seen him walk with urgency before, but it looks like he is walking with urgency. And right behind him, currently jogging because for some reason he's not as fast as Boss's speed walk, is Boss's other brother.
Oh, the pirate! Good thing I'm not there, because I'd punch him.
Why?
You see
He's a
the
nice
pirate, are you gonna
person.
punch him anyway?
I'm not there, so
Oh,
I
okay.
wandered
He
off
left with
somewhere else
me.
to the city. Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
left when I
wandered off
left.
about the same time as Newbeck.
Alright. So, what are you all going to do?
Well, Axtef is gonna go try and find Angerfist.
Alright. You find Angerfist currently walking away from a group of people currently following what looks to be a corpse walking.
He's got a grin. Agathis has got a grin on his face.
Axe is just gonna walk up to him and, in giant, not even even noticing the fucking skeleton, not even lich, not just paying no attention to him. And in giant asks him, if he's got a moment to, talk.
Sure. Angathis will just reply in giant because it's just easier. Sure, I don't have anything on the moment till we go and kill things.
Axtef gives you a slight nod and heads off towards one of the inns. Because I don't know which
Angathis follows.
I would probably get on Sending Stone as I'm walking with Farah.
Alright.
Hey, weren't we all going to go and meet someone by the name of No before we all got distracted?
I believe that was a plan. I did meet up.
Angathis replied, well, unless you plan on giving me at least a day to rest, I don't think that's a good idea.
I gave
And
you a
given
health
that-
potion that... I gave you a necklace that turned alcohol into healing.
Yeah, except I can't rage.
You can't?
Yeah, I feel...
Oh, right, you... Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense. So, tomorrow morning?
Also, if the Tempter told us himself that we are not strong, that we're not going to be strong enough to deal with that thing for a long time, I don't think we should try messing with it right now.
I mean, he said we wouldn't be able to fight it for a long time. There are ways of beating things without fighting things, you know.
There are no fun ways to beat things without fighting them.
I'm just looking at him going, I don't think you can beat this one without fighting it.
That sounds like a challenge.
Call it off.
I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna go to the toilet.
Alright.
Whatever the case, I'd rather finish our business with Boss before we take on that no creature. Which is
Fine.
Alright, I'll be back in a bit, guys. I'm gonna get some food.
2 people gone? Alright, intermission time.
Tox, I'm gonna send you a message though. The worm goes directly to
Boss.
Boss and no one else.
Well, yeah, basically. Anyway, while that's going on, I shall
Mac,
right back.
Max, before you go, I'm also going to send you a message.
Alright, cool.
It's gonna read message.
No.
Doesn't matter. I'll do it later.
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature you're familiar with.
Accidentally send that message to the wrong person.
Yeah, after just saying that I was still saying that as I was walking with Axdeath to the tavern, so
God, it's been so long since I even thought about everything I was going to do for Fox.
Who are you again?
Shut up, Chris.
I'm just looking at my checkpoint list. We spent 5,392 gold and 42 copper on it.
Yep. It
Yeah,
needs to get used.
Yeah,
By the way, James, why did you want Fox to fill up that hole?
Because I didn't want to do it, and someone mentioned that we should probably fill it up.
I don't think anybody
Probably
did.
Genesis.
no,
Honestly.
I
if you
didn't.
did,
So I just filled it up with a bunch of bones because you never specified.
I know.
That's a good thing.
They never specified it to me.
Honestly, Fox is probably going to go back and just grab those bones after a later date.
Varks is gonna
Yes.
go back with the
Finally
Necronomicon.
aged
With armies.
bones.
I mean, to be fair, he's done things to the bones to kind of keep them preserved.
Yeah, but
So
still,
theoretically, they'll be okay.
you're just gonna go back later with the Necronomicon and just summon them as an army.
Wait a minute, can't druids get raised dead or something?
Yeah,
They can get
Don't-
incarnate, and they can get true resurrection.
No, not raised dead. Something about making undead. What's that spell?
Animate
called?
dead.
Animate
have
dead.
returned.
Blue.
I am
You know what,
still
I'm gonna
waiting
look
a
up-
message.
Yeah.
It's a 3rd level spell.
So you can't do it? Someone was sending me a message.
yes, it was John. John Jacob Shingleheimer Schmidt.
What someone else was.
New back.
Relax.
Well, while that's happening, we're back.
Yep. Angus has followed Axdeath into the tavern. Then he was just saying, or just talking to on the sending stone as to what he thought that we should at least finish our business with Boss before we try anything with the creature known as No. And Jimis, exasperated sigh, said fine.
Oh man, I can't get animate dead.
That's why I said you're gonna come back with the Necronomicon.
That's
Yeah.
okay, Farx. I can animate things for you.
Necronomicon.
There's a hole full of bones for you to animate if you want.
Why would you want the Necronomicon when you could have the Necrogoblicon?
That's much better. Get that.
was that made by Nobby the Goblin?
You know what? I just realized we
As
may
long as it wasn't made by Gobby the Noblin.
Oh god.
Fuck you, bro.
So, Farx, what have you been up
What
to?
about Sobby the Soblin?
I believe that one's a Pokemon.
Hold on, James, you were asking that in character, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I filled up that hole, and other than that, I've been working on my forest.
Oh, nice. How many summons did it take to fill that, by the way?
Not really many. I had a ton of bones and just pretty much dumped them all in there.
Well, that wasn't what I was intending, but that is certainly a solution.
I mean, you never specified to fill it with dirt or anything.
I know, I just assumed.
Assume.
And
Oh,
consider a nice sense of humor right there.
Can you turn into anything that can fly?
Yes.
Can you turn into dragons?
Yes, you've seen me.
Oh, right, I have too. I was wondering if you could give me a look around of this city from above, but on the back of you is a dragon.
What's in it for me?
In would you like a human?
Yeah. Why not?
Huh.
Sorry, Meta. I immediately thought Farx was just about to say he's vegan.
That is downright untrue. I'll have you know, Angerfish shared a human leg with that lizard.
If Farx had have said he's vegan, I would have responded with, "Oh, I can get one of those."
Nice. To both that and the picture that Tox just posted.
So Farx, would you wild shape into a dragon?
Fog just kind of like cracks his neck and transforms into a silver dragon. I think it's wormling? Yeah, I'm pretty sure wormling.
Yeah, they're the smallest.
Wyvern.
Oh, wyvern, that's what it says.
Might be wyvernling? Child wyvern.
Wyverns are drakes, technically.
In the terms
is
of
the youngest
D&D.
of a dragon.
In terms of D&D.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I mean, it's the only... I can only turn into wormlings so far. I can't turn into young yet. Meta.
Gotta say. Gotta say, every member of the Val family so far seems to have something wrong with their left eye.
It's a rite of passage. I bet it.
I think Buzz could have been the different one. But we fucked up.
Well, to be honest, you don't know if Val actually has anything wrong with his eye, or if he just wears an eye patch because it's cool, because you know how he is.
To be fair, if there isn't anything wrong with his eye, Angerfist will make us and there's something wrong with his eye.
I can now picture Gemus walking up to him and pulling back the eye patch.
Just to see whether he's got something wrong with it.
Anyway,
Gemus pulls back the eye patch, the eye is fine. Angerfist puts a thumbtack with the eye patch and makes Gemus let go. Oh. Oh, I've missed being able to say stupid evil shit.
So, what do you intend to do now?
Well, Angerfist and Axter threaten in.
Gemus is currently riding on the back of Farx flying above the city.
I think Genesis wanted to converse with Watt/John.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up with him because he's been gone a while.
I imagine while Jimus is riding, you just hear the How to Train a Dragon music.
Oh yeah.
Wait, does that mean you're his bitch?
I would be using a wand of conducting to play that song.
So, as you fly over, what are you looking for?
I just wanted to ride on a dragon.
Alright. So you're flying on a dragon. As you're looking around, you can see it looks like Boss, the pirate dude, the other dude, and Darvel have gone their separate ways. Boss and Darvel now walking towards the Misfit headquarters.
Farx, they're about to make something a us problem.
I don't miss that.
Wait a minute, can dragons speak common? Or can they only speak draconic?
They can only speak Draconic.
Certain level dragons can speak other things, but you have to be a certain level dragon.
Yeah,
The wormlings aren't. They're considered children.
Yeah.
So when you say that, Fox just says, what do you mean?
In Draconic.
Yeah, and
You
draconic.
understand Draconic, Mr. J.
No, I do not.
Alright, which one are you referring to?
Oh, wait. Ferrex, you used wild shape, correct?
Yes.
Then it doesn't matter. You retain all languages and racial abilities of your race.
Okay, so I say that in common.
It's how you can end up with a fire-breathing squirrel.
So what do you say, Fark?
So I do say that in common. What do you mean?
Well, they're going that way, which means they're probably going to give us a mission, which means we're probably going to go have to kill some people. Should probably start heading down there.
And whilst your murder hobo leader is fine with that.
Fox will begin to head down. Although he is looking around as well, just to see if he notices anything odd. And because he's bored.
So you fly down, you land at the headquarters. As you see that they have changed into a new building since apparently the last half hour since you've been gone. It's as if this last half hour of this world has, or at least the last hour of this world has been many months as redesigns have happened. It's weird.
No wonder the metal arm felt rusty.
Is there actually a map up on Roll20?
No.
No.
Okay, I was just wondering because it's completely black for me.
Oh yeah, I should probably set that back to this. There you go.
I don't know about you, but mine's got words on it.
So you enter.
Tharx, you change back to normal, or do you stay in your dragon form as we enter?
I'd transform back to normal.
I think Farx might actually be strong enough to keep Jimis on him whilst he walks anyway.
Probably.
These are double doors, by the way.
I just needed to know because Jimis wasn't willingly getting off.
Hold on, what was the specification of him? Turn into a dragon and fly him up to look over the city. That was it. So
that was it.
Deal has been complete.
So Farx, change?
Yeah.
Alright.
I just imagine Jimis is like sitting on his shoulders. And he just like looks up at you.
Jimis just points forward.
I was expecting that.
How tall up are how tall up is like the top of the doorway?
So you're 7 foot. The doorway is about 8 foot.
Yep.
On the sides, and in the middle it goes up to 9 foot.
How tall are you?
Go to the middle part, I can duck down and we can make it through.
I feel like Farx is just gonna go to the middle and jump.
So Fox is going to say, "Tell you what, if I run at full speed and you manage not to get knocked off, then you can ride on me until whatever meeting ends."
Deal.
Right.
And Fox is running at full speed after casting Launch Strike.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Man, Jim is writing Forex.
Please
I
get
have
that
so
one.
many
Please
jokes.
get in that one. I want
Man,
the
the fan fiction will be
So,
yo.
Farrax,
Fiction will be
yeah.
written by
So,
us.
Farrax, roll me acrobatics with advantage.
Alright, sorry, my computer being a little laggy.
That's cool. That's fine.
Wait, why is Farrax rolling acrobatics?
Will probably be against mine.
Oh no, I'm just trying to find out what the saving throw will be.
11.
So, all up, I've now got the saving throw. Cool. Alright, now,
Guidance.
it is now time for, a dexterity saving throw from Jimus.
Lucky. 19.
Alright, sadly, the DC is 21.
I thought it was gonna be that too.
You hit the door. I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw to either stay on or not. Otherwise, firstly, you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to try and hold on.
Alright, roll an athletics check or a strength saving throw, whichever
Lucky.
one you feel.
That's all 3 luckies.
That's
Yep.
all 3 lucky.
What's my reaction?
So,
Class ability.
alright.
Are you kidding me?
So,
Can I roll above a 10
Defeat.
once?
Should have just accepted defeat.
you fall off and land on the ground, taking a further
God.
2 more bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw as a last part. Thank you.
After Jimus falls off, Farrax just looks back and
Okay,
and
so
he
you're
just kind of like grin
conscious
a little.
for all of this headache that you have now.
Ended up with.
So, congratulations.
Not gonna lie, I thought the wood was gonna give out first.
Honestly, that would have been more entertaining.
I should have
Yes.
blasted it. Damn it!
I'm sure you
Do you want to try this
wood
again?
with fire.
You no blasting the wood, but I'm more than willing to slam you into the doorway again.
So the doorway is open. Anyone looking inside at whoever's standing at the doorway?
Farrax would be about in the doorway still.
Yeah, so do you look who's in the doorway watching this?
Yeah.
It's the second in it's the second in command just watching this. He's got like half toast in his mouth and he's got just a plate and stuff. He's just watching this.
Farrax just points to Jimus. He lost a bet.
Oh, he takes a bite of toast, lets it fall onto the plate. Right. Why are you here?
We assume boss is gonna give us a mission.
Ah, I think it's more of a catch up with the old folk, you know?
Oh. That's...
Yeah, it looks like I slammed you into the door for nothing.
Well, maybe there might be, but the old folk usually doesn't have missions for people outside of the family. He's probably either going to congratulate, as from what I have heard from Boss, he's either going to congratulate him or chew him out for not having a son yet.
Jimus walks over to Farx. Okay, let's go speak to the pirate one then.
Varg just kind of like shrugs and heads off, but for some reason he feels like he should be pissed off at the pirate.
I'm just trying to remember
Would
where
it be
the egg fist is.
acrobatics or athletics for Jimus to run up and try and land on his shoulder?
It'll be acrobatics.
Could I roll to like flip him like over me if he tries and like
If he
basically
succeeds, you can roll to try and negate the succeed by flipping him off you.
Unfortunate thing is, the second in command is probably still watching them do this.
They left the door open, so he's like he's sort of underarming the plate, trying to close the door as he sees these two
Yes.
once former respectable strike members. Alright, 24. Alright, so you need to roll an athletics of 24 to flip him off.
First, holy hell.
Second, do you even do that, Skyrim?
Wait, why did he roll
I
twice?
could.
I only rolled once. The last one was from the previous thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
think I
con.
could guidance, could I?
You could add guidance, but not in this case because you'd have to cast it.
Yeah,
This
he would
is
already
more
be
of
on
a
top.
reaction. Yeah, this is more of a reaction.
Of course.
Like landing on a bull.
Fox, what do you wish to do now that he is on top of you?
And just said, like, landing on a ball.
I mean, his eye is very close to your mouth.
Write that down.
I'll make it 3 people. Now let's go find the pirate.
You know, okay. Like, Fox is just gonna be like, fine.
So how do you feel, Sparks, getting paid to let someone ride you?
I think this be illegal in some cities or towns.
It is,
would
but
be
not
if you
here.
weren't branded.
You know what? Just because Fox is going to turn into a dragon again and start flying.
Right.
Going for round 2, huh?
So,
Love it how he unmuted himself just to say that.
so that happens. Upon flying, you do see the pirate dude who looks like he's walking back as if he's proud of himself.
Ruin his day.
Oh
He's
yeah.
about to get kicked in the dick.
Flaunt your relationship.
Ryan,
God,
you need to stop.
It's too late. It's continuing.
I just point at him. Take us down.
Fox does so. Fox pretty much just lands and
Don't change back just yet.
yeah.
Hey, there's my favorite spellcaster, and he's riding a dragon. What's going on with you two?
Something I've always wondered. I'm gonna climb off Farx and walk down to him.
Right?
Can you take off the eye patch?
Oh, of course, he moves the eye patch away. This is to help keep me able to see in the dark. You know how ships work? They sort of don't have any torches underneath.
So your eye works.
Of course it does.
Oh.
I walk up to him. I place my hands on his shoulder. there is some people in our group that you should not let find out about that.
How much
Yeah,
do
and
you want
I'm
for
one
that
of them.
information?
Sorry, what's that?
How much do you want for that information? 100 or 250 gold?
Is he buying information of the people he shouldn't let
And
find
look
out?
at that!
Or they're silent?
Someone who shouldn't know that now.
I just
knows
put my
that.
arm around him. Yeah. So one thing you should know about me: not particularly a fan of gold.
At 10 or 25 platinum?
Thanks for the offer. But I'm right in that department.
Oh, alright. Then
Have a nice
favor,
day.
I'm going. Oh, okay.
It'll be a favor.
Oh boy, it's a small favor, not a big one. Like, you know,
It's about the
taking you.
equivalent of having your eye.
Okay, it's a medium-sized favor. Fax, what is your perception?
18.
Okay, what is your perception as a dragon wormling?
It would be the same because all mental
Okay,
stats.
you saw his eye, and you heard him say that his eye works.
Fox really don't give a shit.
Alright, cool. As he then continually saunters towards the river, where he's got a rowboat and whatnot.
I'm going to climb back onto Farix's back.
Round 3!
Let's go get you some food.
Fox gives a more approving growl at that and just, like, flies off.
I played a lot of
did I miss?
Halo. I played a lot of Halo Infinite, and when you're going up against hunters and you have the thing on, it has the sound of happy growl, sad growl, enraged growl, and stuff like that. And now I can imagine as the subtitles came up.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly, Fox is only doing this because he has a fun idea for those humans.
cool. So, we now go to Axtef and Angerfist at the bar.
Yay! Alright, well. As Axtef sits down, he orders like the most expensive alcohol that is possible. Well, that is there.
The bartender that serves you looks at you, looks at both of you, and nods and walks off. Eventually returning with 2 different bottles. A bottle of port that has a platinum-like seal to it, and a bottle of whiskey that has a silver lining on it with a silver cork.
Turn to Angerfist
Which would you
and
like?
ask him what's his preferred taste.
Port or
Both.
whiskey? Both?
I like all alcohol. I have my particular favorite is Port City. Why? Is Port City port?
Well, you're in luck. We just started getting some new stock in. In fact, this is some of the best.
I'm aware. I recognize the seal.
If you're from Port City, then I can give you a 10% discount for that one. But the whiskey, full price. That'll be, as he looks towards the 2 very big Goliaths. and then looks at you because you're the more well-dressed one. That's going to be 950 gold.
I'll pull out 970 gold and put it on the table, or in a pouch, and I put it on the table.
Alright. He takes
There's a
it.
little bit extra in there for you as a tip.
Interesting. He walks off.
Normally, you don't order alcohol.
As
Oh, this
he
is
then
for you.
returns with mugs that seem to be made out of true orcish steel, that deep crimson red
Hey,
thing.
seen a lot of that lately. There's my coin. There's all the stuff of the past.
Well, I recognize you. You're part. You're now part of the group, or at least your students.
I look at his eyes.
His eyes are gold.
Students.
The master told me about you. Surprised that
Master Carlos or Carlos. I can't pronounce.
Corollas.
Carolus, yes.
he is not the master.
He is a. What was it? Professor or something like that.
He is a master, but he is not the
Not
master.
the.
The master told me about you. If you wish to talk to him, he is in this bar. You just have to see where he is.
That wasn't really the purpose of my visit here.
That'll come
You would
later.
expect it. As he walks off, on the table, there is also now what looks to be 2 ready cooked steaks, 24-ounce steaks.
You know.
Nice.
Perfect seasoning, bit of mash on the side.
Nice, indeed. So, that's Angerfist uncorks. He's going to start with the whiskey. Uncorks whiskey, pours himself some. You are, first of all, am I safe in assuming you do not want any drink?
You are safe in assuming that.
Okay. Next thing is, so what is it that you want to talk about?
Well, since you're really the only person I can trust, I want to tell you more about myself so that we can get more trust in our bond that we have.
And we can then we can more readily protect each other's backs in a fight, yes. And
Yes.
just in general. Alright.
And I may have a favor to ask just in case if I were to perish before making it back to my hometown.
If it has anything to do with taking over that axe, I do believe it is not my choice.
It was not about the axe. More of a personal matter.
Very well. Let's hear it.
And with that, we can disappear to another chat.
Well, I've got to archive everything, so.
So you gotta follow.
So I either have to follow or stay with these guys and continue with them.
Oh, you can continue with them because I mean, I'm just gonna break it down pretty quickly for Troy so that we can come back straight away.
In that case, Troy and Axtef, you may go to telepathy 2.
2.
Genesis and Mr. J.
Which one?
The
You.
one that just talked. As then, as soon as
so
I
the other
said
one.
that, you started talking.
I didn't even realize your name got changed.
So, you two are currently Together? What are you two doing?
Together.
Well, obviously, they're together.
I mean, you two were walking around.
I
What
believe
are you two doing?
Genesis wanted to catch up with me, so I'm following
Yeah.
his lead.
I was curious as to what he was up to.
Or what is up to what?
What have you been up to in the time that we haven't seen you?
I've been doing some things for boss.
Really? No.
Yeah. There's. I wouldn't really say it was exciting.
It was a job.
Yeah. And where'd you guys go?
Well, to be honest, I have no fucking clue. I've been sticking around here. Exdeath went and did something for Jimus. Newbeck's doing his whatever the fuck he is doing in the sewers.
Oh, hold up. Which one's Jimus again?
He's the one who said the best one. So the dumbass.
Ah. And which one's Forex again?
Farx is the druid, the one that turns into things. The Dragonborn.
Lizard folk.
Dragonborn.
A lizard folk.
Yeah, well.
He'd eat you
And-
alive for saying that, I'd feel.
He's close enough to being a Dragonborn. He keeps turning into them.
Hmm.
You know what? That's fair.
Ends up turning into a Dragonborn because he keeps turning into dragons.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
No comment.
There are things I could say.
Really? Interesting.
Yes. So it sounds like it's been quite uneventful then.
Yes. I've mainly been up in my tower, so not much has actually happened.
Oh yes, the tower.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck to say now.
Well, I've simply asked for D&D. Do D&D.
Well, Forex has already got the dragon down. So we just need to go find a dungeon.
Currently, Nubek's in his dungeon, so we're all good.
Alright, Nubex has got the dungeon down. There you go. We've got the Dungeons and Dragons son, Max.
Alright, cool. Well, looks like we can wrap up and come back next week for when we start that again. No. So,
Actually,
in that case, we're going to go to Newbeck. Newbeck,
please. I don't.
Yo,
where did you go off to?
underneath into the sewers.
Alright. You enter the network as you find that there has been areas, though you are fine with the smell of unwashed gremlins, you are not fine with the smell of waste. So you've made sure that waste has been tastefully diverted away from your new empire.
Yep.
So if you
It's
go into
still
the
like
sewer, look for the
quite a strong.
Three-thirds of the town's waste is now diverted into one large area. That's for someone else to deal with. But for you, 3/3 of Bandittville sewers are filled with goblin sleeping quarters, working stations, and above all else, a rather alright vault. It could use more work, but you're not exactly wanting to bring anyone that isn't a goblin down here.
Yeah.
And
Tox, I
you
just
haven't
need,
yet. Oh,
just need to double check that you meant to say 3/3.
3/4.
Okay,
Three.
that's
Yeah, no,
slightly less funny.
this whole sewers is now clogged up. Everyone has to use outhouses now because they had to set up new systems. Anyway, so the vault is secure enough that most creatures would find it easier to probably blow the walls out before they could open the vault door.
Okay, that's not too bad for now.
Um,
The
However,
Victor's
the
just there,
vault
like,
door is made out of hardwood and reinforced steel plate.
I'd like to
So,
like pull out a notepad or like a piece of paper and a pencil, and I do
Yep.
have them in a bag of holding. I'm just gonna note down gymnast's help required for the vault.
alright. You write that down as you see a few goblins walking around. They're currently sweeping the floor for any gold trimmings to put into the smeltery so that they can make some more gold coins out of the gold trims that are on the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna go have a look for sticks.
Or spics.
Yep. Or my brother, whichever one I find first. I'm pretty sure it'd be Spix.
Apparently I don't have spics here, I've got specs.
Pretty sure Specs is the hobgoblin, is he not?
Yeah, Specs is a hobgoblin who took over the job of Funds Master.
Yeah.
So I don't have a Spix design, so I'll be making that soon.
Oh, good.
But yeah, you find Spix. What's up, boss?
How's production going?
Production had a little hiccup a couple of days ago. One of the machines accidentally stamped out a goblin's hand. We replaced the goblin's hand with a solid gold hand, but it doesn't work. So we melted down the gold and made it into coins again.
Fair enough.
Oh, I've got to ask, why are we making a mint under here when we could make a mint in an entirely new location with the money we're making, in a much heavily more fortified location?
That is the plan.
Oh,
I have an island in mind.
oh no. So
We have
it's
the
turned
full.
into two. It's gonna turn into two pet projects now. Oh,
We will have basically the full underground to deal with and do what we want. And then
alright.
we'll start expanding into
That'll be
different
good.
areas.
Oh, and
Um,
we've had a couple other goblins snooping around here.
Wanting to join or snooping for money for themselves?
It just seems like they're watching. They're not doing anything else. They just keep watching, taking down notes, and then disappearing.
Alright. Can you send my brother to track them down?
Sure.
If not, I'll do it myself.
We haven't exactly gone near them, just in case they're more qualified in attacking than we are.
My best guess is they're probably going to try to do the same thing. But it was a good idea to stay away. Oh, I am gonna pull up the golden goblin that I have in my bag of holding.
Yep, looks up at you.
Can you protect this place for me?
It continuously looks at you and sort of looks down. Then it looks down at the bag, and it just you see its shoulders sort of shrug. It keeps looking at the bag and then looks at you. Then looks at the bag and looks at you.
Alright, back in the bag then.
Oh, okay. You put it back
What
in
was
the bag.
that?
Do you pull it fully out of the bag, or did you put it back in? And you said you're gonna put it back in.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought I pulled it fully out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull it fully out of the bag.
I thought you only pulled the head out. So you pull it fully out, and you ask that, and you see a arcane-like shield appear, and an arcane-looking sword. And it just starts pacing around the place, looking.
Alright.
Except because it's a gold goblin and it doesn't have any bone structure, its head is doing 360s.
It's a mini automaton.
Correct me. Is that the one that you've had sitting in your bag holding for ages since we got Horde's first horde?
Yep.
Yep.
I've been waiting, alright? I didn't plan to bring it out yet. But things need to be done. You've got to protect the assets.
So you go. Where do you go now?
One second before you leave, I'm gonna try to.
It stops, and right now it's currently got its head looking towards you, but its body facing away from you.
Spix here will somewhat, be worth checking in on. He might report things that are problematic.
It nods its head.
I'm going to turn to Spix and semi-card for you for now.
He puts a thumbs up. Alright. I've got it.
Alright. If you have any problems, you can reach me through the sending stone.
Of course.
Alright. Goodbye then. And I'm going to just head back up to
so once
the
you
top.
once you get back to the surface, you find two goblins watching you and writing down some stuff.
How far are they away?
They're only 30 feet away from you. They're currently just sort of sitting on some crates. They look over to you and then look back at the thing and just write down some stuff.
I'm going to do you know how you to come here with your arm?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
They put away the notes and they jump off of the crate and they walk over to you. What's up?
What are you guys doing exactly?
Keeping notes.
May I see them?
I don't know. You're part of the immortal.
Ah. Those guys.
Yep. Get paid a
Send me.
pretty penny.
Send me a part of them.
Well, you don't need to see the notes, because you already know what's going on. It's your business down there, after all.
I know. I'll just give you a warning now.
What?
I would be careful down there.
I mean, we did see what happened to that other goblin. That was tragic. As you can see, one of them is trying to stop themselves from laughing, and the other one's just grinning like an idiot.
Well, suit yourself then. I did warn you.
And if you're talking about you've set up some security, did you tell it what friendlies were?
I just said and mentioned protect my assets.
There's gonna be a lot of dead goblins.
I think there
Yeah.
might be a lot of dead things down there when you get back.
We'll see.
Alright. Well, I'm Ruck, he's us. Let's go with the Ruckus twins.
Alright. And do you work for the Immortals here?
We get paid a pretty penny.
What, to just watch, or just to note down what happens?
To note down what happens, we've been all over the place. You know, 10 platinum a week to just walk around and write things down. You can never make easier money in your life. Of course, they also had to train us to be able to defend ourselves, and we hold sensitive information like you do. So we kind of have to, be ready to die at a moment's notice. So there might be a little bit of weirdness there, but 10 platinum a week.
Yeah, it's
And
a
we've been
fairly
doing
good
this
amount.
for a year.
Not
And
bad.
we have spent a lot of although we don't seem to save much money.
I just gotta look at them like dead of the eyes. That's just every goblin I know.
I know, right? It's like I just don't. It's like we just
It's
don't know how to save. We spend
a curse.
firstly, we
It's a
spend
curse, I swear.
7. First, we both spend 7 platinum a week to live an aristocratic lifestyle because gotta love the best food. Secondly,
Mm,
we pay to make sure our clothes are clean, but we never clean ourselves. Why'd you clean yourself? That's just stupid.
I know.
So that leaves us with about 2 platinum at the end of the day. So, or at the end of the week. So we might have around 110 platinum all up. But we haven't
Still
checked
not a
since
bad
we
amount.
last. We haven't really checked much because we sort of just put them in our rooms. They always change too, Our rooms just
Yeah.
keep changing. Maybe we don't have that much money. Maybe people keep stealing it. Whatever. Oh, we get paid too much to
It is
worry
what it is.
about that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they both hold out their hands to shake. You. One holds out their left, the other one holds out their right.
Just reach out with both arms, and then
Yeah.
just shake.
You feel a platinum coin in both hands as they walk off.
Goodbye.
Bye. Have a great time.
So
Oh, please.
I guess I should go down there and tell him not to kill them. Fine. I put the platinum in my bag of holding. I go back down the sewer.
So
And I'm
thanks
just
to
gonna.
the wonderful addition of adding a second person, I can now put Ruck and us on the same
Yeah, the same
Oh yeah, character.
token.
Yep.
I'm just expecting Nubex to get down there and see that at some point one goblin stole from him, that goblin died, so a bunch of other goblins tried to loot that goblin's corpse, and then they died, and then it was just a bloodbath.
And then it just spiraled out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, that's what I would do if I was the DM.
Alright. So there we go. There is Ruck and us.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you can see, they are very twin-like.
One's just lighter and got a beard.
One tends to spend more time in the sun. The other one tends to spend more time in the shade.
The one that spends more time in the shades also spends more time keeping their hair right.
Yeah. Gotta look good when you're getting money. So, after that, Anything else anyone wants to do for the day?
Yep.
Alright. What do you want to do? Keep riding
So-
that dragon?
Oh yeah,
Alright.
we're going to the slave
Riding it all
district.
night
Man,
long.
he has some
You
he's
both
been
have
having some
incredible
weird.
stamina.
I was going to say he has some weird ass drugs allowing him to ride the dragon like this.
I know, right?
All of this is
So-
being archived.
I know. I like how
Great.
the first time that I do this, everyone seems to want to talk like this. So
no,
I'm gonna have to
really
update
seems to
it
be-
to. I'm gonna have to update it to
MA 15
mild
plus.
to mild alcohol use and sexual,
sexual
references.
references.
Honestly, I wasn't
Trust us,
even
people, this doesn't
attending that.
happen every time.
Everyone else brought this up.
Wait,
Yeah,
who's
it will
talking about
happen every
sexual
time.
things?
Plus, there's the fact that I've got almost. Wait, let me just double check how much. Plus, the fact that I've got 99 kilos of drugs in my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, from that one guy.
Yeah, George,
George, fucking hell.
who turned out to be possessed by someone of the Knox family.
Nope, wrong person.
Yeah, that was the wrong person. Which reminds me, we kill whatever Nox we come across.
Varx, do you take me to the slave district?
Yeah.
Treating him like a slave, riding him.
I mean, technically,
likes
I've
it.
been paid.
In mate,
You get to the slave district.
in glorious, glorious human mate.
That sounds so messed up.
Good.
After working
Sure,
on
Jimis will enjoy giving it to you.
So, who here mistreats their slaves?
Isn't it just like a bunch of drow that are the only slave
Yeah.
market?
The drow got killed though, remember?
Yeah,
There was
they'd yet to send
replacement drow. There was replacement drow the next day. Not the next day, but the next
Like
time
the
I
next-
went.
Yeah. So the
It's
drow
like a
look at
week
you,
or
it's
so
just
later.
like, what do you mean the one of the drow look at you? What do you mean mistreat?
Oh, good. It's you people.
How do you even treat a slave? You seem to make it sound like slaves are people and not property?
I just look at him, blink twice. How many you got?
He gestures to the 10 that are currently standing there.
You should really stock up on more than just 10 at a time.
We don't really get much service until you come around, you know?
I've got a reputation.
The only reason is because Nuvex doesn't know about it yet.
Do you have, like, more that I can order ahead of time?
Of course, we have hundreds. Thousands even, we just have to pull
Oh.
them in from mainland.
Okay,
Okay.
they have slave
Can I have you
labor.
deliver them somewhere?
Send to Nuvex, please.
They have
Message.
slave
It
labor.
will cost a little more if you
Slave
want
buy.
us to take them somewhere else, but sure.
Okay, that's fine. Where's my map of the island? Do you have a map on you?
They unfurl a map in their hands.
Does it have the island on it?
It has the island, but not the main continent. It has this part of the continent and the island just above it.
I point to the island. I want them sent there.
All right.
How many do you have?
We'll need one thing to make sure that they can get there. Firstly, we'll need a magic user who can create this as they hand to you a teleportation circle with certain runes on it.
Alright.
And secondly, you'll have to put 5 gold onto the teleportation circle for each slave, instead of it being 2.5 gold for each slave.
So that's 5. And you say you've got thousands of slaves?
We have thousands of slaves, but we'll only give a certain amount out per year to one customer.
I will take 100.
100? Perfect. That is near the cap.
How much is
Any
the cap?
particular? 220.
Oh,
Many
what
people.
races do you have on order?
We don't really have too many Goliaths, so if you're looking for them, you're not going to get too many of them.
That's
We have a
okay.
few Azamar, a
Ooh,
couple of Tieflings, quite a few humans.
do you have any elves?
Sorry for the sneeze.
Oh, good.
No,
Just meta.
Elves,
Sorry.
of course.
No, sorry. When Jimis said like that's okay. I'm saying we don't have very many Goliaths, so you're not gonna really get any of them. Jimis saying that's okay. I can just imagine him thinking like, why do I want more of Anger Fist and Axe Death? Who is enough?
So what I was thinking was, that's okay. I don't need more people who will try and snap my neck.
Good thinking.
So how many elves do you want? And
Um,
what races are you looking for? Because we can
So-
do quite a few high elves, a couple of wood elves, and even drow if you need them.
I would like 5 drow.
5 drow?
Let me just get up my sheet so that I can write these down.
Alright.
I would like 10 high elf,
10 high elves.
10 Asimar.
10 Azamar, we'll see if we can do that. That's a high demand for Azamar.
Let's go with 5 then, if you can only do
5 is easier to do.
10 tiefling.
10 tieflings, doable, very doable.
Let's see, what other races are there? Do you have any gnomes?
Gnomes, we have a couple of gnomes. Races anyway. We get a lot of deep gnomes as slaves, so
That's okay, I'll take 5 of any gnome.
alright. 5 of any gnome. Does that mean you'll get multiple gnomes or just 5 of one type of gnome?
Any type of gnomes, but 5 gnomes in all.
Alright.
Do you have any orcs?
We do have some orcs. The last lot is that we managed to save from the Immokrast before they took over the last area that we had up on land. We have about 50 left.
Okay, I'd like 10 orcs.
Then, right here.
Then I would like... Do you have any kobolds?
Which color?
What colours you got?
Chromatic, metallic, and one that is gem color.
Do you have
Metal?
gold?
We have many gold.
I would like 10 gold.
Gold?
Oh, sorry, not gold, platinum.
Oh, platinum. We don't have platinum.
Silver?
We do have silver.
I
Platinum.
would like 10 silver.
The problem with platinum ones is they are rarely found, as to find them you'll have to actually go into places where more or less what do you call him? Bahamut? I think that's the name. The Platinum Dragon of Good. You have to find people who worship them, and they might have a platinum one, and it's a whole hassle that we don't need to have to deal with.
Meta, real quick. Kobolds actually come in different colors?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. Okay, I need to fix up some stuff.
Well,
Do
in
you have
my
any-
world they do.
Do you have any Warforged?
Warforged. No, we don't have slaved Warforged because at the moment there is a war that has broken out, and the Warforged have you know how hard it is to get slaves while they're trying to shoot at you?
Understandable. What about vampires?
Vampires, no vampires.
Werewolves?
No elves.
Aarakocra?
A couple.
Like 5?
sorry, a couple hundred we have.
Oh, I'll take 5.
Alright. What's that number total so far? I want to make sure I'm keeping up.
15, 30, 35, 45, 55, 60.
Alright. Meta, I'd like you to send me this list once it's done.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Do you have any fairies?
Fairies, oh, you're asking for a tall order there. We have fey-touched creatures, but fairies, we have very, very low stocks on fairies. Those will cost you a little more if you want them.
Alright. I'll take
Unless, of course,
30 humans.
30 humans. Unless, of course, you want sprites. We seem to have a overabundance of sprites.
The annoying little blighters.
Do you have any Dragonborn?
Dragonborn? Of course we do. The Dragonborn are at war with each other all the time. How do you think we get the kobolds? The difference
like
between
5
a
of those.
civil war, and if you're wondering why we don't have any Warforged compared to having a ton of Dragonborn because of stuff like that, it's because the Dragonborn have been at war with each other for centuries and millennia. It's nothing new for them.
It's understandable.
Though it's a lot harder for them to be detained because they're all warriors, so just watch out, they may be a little ferocious. How many did you want?
5 of those.
5? Rightio. Any color?
Oh. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 silver. One black and 1 green.
Right.
And for the last 5, I will take 5 lizard folk.
5 lizard folk. Those
Uh,
creatures.
Just like looks at you when
Those
you
creatures are going to be something that you're going to want to keep away from most other creatures that aren't its height.
That's okay. They're a gift for someone else. I pat
Oh.
Farks.
You're still a dragon.
Yep.
And that is all.
That'll be everything.
Alright, we'll send off that message to them about what they will be expecting to send, along with you sending your money back.
Yep.
So,
Where do you want the money?
Well, once you've created the portal, that will be where we send them, so make sure you create that at the place you want to, with a magic user, of course. And one last thing. If we send them over, and that is fake money, all the slaves will die, and we will not lose anything. You'll just have a whole bunch of dead slaves.
Alright. Understood.
Jimis has experienced slave buy.
It sounds like you just like want to stab me right there. Any of this money here is
Is there
fake.
3 random people in the street?
Yeah, there are random people in the street.
You 3, can you come over here? I point to 3 random people.
They pay you no mind.
I'm on a dragon!
No, you got off the dragon.
You're standing
Oh.
next to a dragon.
I go and get on the dragon,
Oh
and
my
I point to those 3 again.
They look at you and just like, and? And they keep walking.
You have no power here.
You see someone does come up towards you, but they go to the but they're going towards the slavers by looks of things.
Are you going to buy some slaves?
I'm here to buy a single slave. Why?
I'm going to toss him 50 platinum. Get some more.
Proceeds
looks
to
at
buy
it-
men's
The
slave.
platinum. The platinum sort of lands in front of him and looks at you. I'm not here for handouts. And
Okay, don't take
he
the money. Let's go,
he-
Fox.
just leave the
Man of
the
action.
50 platinum on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute.
How much longer would... I'm trying to remember. Wouldn't Forex have like 2 hours of wild shape?
It lasts a number of hours equal to half your level, I think it is.
Hmm.
So like
Ferox,
3 hours.
Ferox, you haven't been given anyone to eat at the moment. You just said that you were going to get rewarded, and now you're not getting. And now it looks like no one's actually being fed to you at the moment. What are you doing?
I kind of think I know what Jimis was going to try and do with those 3 random people.
Was that implies past tense?
Forex is going to de-transform into a lizard folk. And he's going to ask for like the 10 humans that, or the 10 people that are in the cage. How many of them are human?
They're not on the cage. They're on the thing. There's currently 7 humans.
How many of them look? What's the word?
Healthy?
Plump?
Yeah, healthy. Healthy.
None of them look healthy.
Plump then.
Okay, which look the most healthy?
Okay, I'm back.
You see one that seems to have enough muscle on them to be able to maybe lift a crate for you, and that is the healthiest.
So they basically just look sickly.
They all look as if they're
Malnourished.
Forex, you can do better than slaves with food. That's so peasantry.
Honestly, I had more of an idea, but yeah, not really worth.
Just gonna gesture for Forex to follow me down an alleyway.
Yeah, Fox will just go ahead and follow you, because honestly, he would not really be impressed with the slaves there.
So you go down an alleyway and you can see there's quite a few people here. Some of them are currently enjoying some recreational medication of sorts.
How many are there?
There is 13 people here currently.
Okay.
The real question is how many of them have noticed the human and the lizard folk walking into the alley.
I cast sleep on them. At
Alright.
3rd level.
Alright. What's the area that it fits?
It is a 20-foot radius? 20-foot radius.
I will say Fox would be behind Jimis, following
So,
behind.
12 people fall as the last dude looks at you, just like shrugs, picks up one of the pipes off of the other person and walks off.
Dinner time!
Yeah, Fox is just pretty much, it only lasts a minute. You know what? He's pretty much just going to,
Go over and bite everyone's head in a minute, just pick up
Or
people, bite
use-
their heads off.
Or use your fancy smashy knife to just slit their throats.
I was thinking... You know what? I am biting off their heads anyway.
Yeah, either way.
Slicing necks.
I
yes,
would
halal
be
certified.
you know what? I'm just going to slit. I'm going to slit their throats.
What?
Oh,
So as you
my
slit
question-
their
do you prefer the blood being warm as you drink it while you eat them? And are you going to share any with man?
You slice their throats.
I would share half with Maneater. So about 6 of them would be.
Man-Eater is not here, sadly.
I mean, I'm just gonna stuff them in my bag of holding.
So you kill all 12, and you start stuffing them in a bag of holding.
Well, not all of them.
No,
like,
you don't kill all of them?
You're going to suffocate half of them.
No, jeez, close a bag of holding and hold it closed.
The questions now. What's he
12
doing?
people in there, what is it, 10 minutes for one? Divide that by 12, that's less than a minute
what?
for each person to breathe. Oh,
They're literally just gonna die in their sleep.
What?
54 seconds, give or take.
What is the limit of the bag of holding in terms of weight?
in my
500
world,
pounds, I believe.
in my world, it is a infinite space.
Oh, okay, so no weight limit?
There is no weight limit because
It's
Okay.
effectively the tier 5 from James's world.
Okay, yeah, I'm just putting all of them in the bag of holding then.
The only difference is that the bag of holding is, you know, not something that is easily destroyed. But if it is destroyed, you're not getting your stuff back ever.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because
But
it doesn't
yeah,
go to the astral
Fox
plane,
is just-
it's its own demi-plane, and once that demi-plane is destroyed,
Bye-bye.
yep.
But yeah, Fox is just gonna put them all in the bag of holding and let them suffocate. Keep the blood.
I'm gonna ask the 12th guy, where did you get those
13th.
drugs? Oh, 13th guy, where did you get those drugs?
Oh, well, the misfit. One of the misfits that you just put in the bag.
Do you know where they got those drugs?
Sure!
Well, actually, hold on. Any of them actually look like...
Actually, no, Forex wouldn't know who George is.
Barracks, this
Like-
is while you're stuffing them in the bag, and he's said, one of the misfits.
So, like, Fox would have been keeping an eye out to see if any of them were actually misfits.
You did not say that before. I will not accept that because this is information
Okay,
you just found
Fox
out.
pulls them all, pulls the few that he's put in the bag.
All
He
of
pulls-
them would have been the person was walking off, and you know, Jimis
Jay-
asked.
Wait, how many people could I have gotten in the bag in that time?
Quite a few.
'Cause-
You're a very strong creature compared
5, 6, 7.
Yeah. And you
5,
probably
6,
wouldn't need to
7,
get them
and you
out.
probably- and you probably were snacking on a couple of them while you're doing that. You were probably biting off the head of one or two, and just.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Fox wouldn't have been.
No,
So Fox
it makes...
is
No.
going to look into the bag and see how many of them look like misfits.
You can't tell.
Okay, screw it, because I don't really have much in the bag of holding anyway.
It's okay, Forex. We understand these sorts of situations. I look at the guy.
Fox,
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I?
Are you of some importance to the Misfits? Or are you just some random person in this town?
Well, I'm not random.
So you're not of the Misfits.
I want to say Fox is dumping out the bag of holding, because I don't have much in there anyway.
But why are you doing that?
Yeah, like,
Mainly
it shouldn't
because-
matter that... Like, it shouldn't matter that much if you killed a member of... Fox, you're a lizard folk. Unless boss specifically forbade you from eating a member of the Misfits, I'm pretty sure he just accepted one of the things about and hiring a lizard folk is that one or two people might end up dying.
I think he pretty much just said, "Don't eat any of you." I think that's the only
It was
limitation.
specifically us.
Yeah, like boss
Okay.
understood. Boss understood. Like one or two people are gonna go missing due to there being now lizard folk.
Yeah, so far.
And once you brought in Man-Eater, he would have doubled how many people are going to go missing.
I cast hold person on... Oh. Did this
So
guy
far-
tell me where he got the drugs from?
One of the misfits.
You said one of the misfits.
And where did they get the drugs from?
Well, If he told me that, he'd be telling, right?
I just look at him and blink twice.
Wouldn't tell me, but that would be silly.
Okay, what value are you to me?
I don't know. Not
That
sure
is
what sort
whole
of.
person.
Alright. Wisdom save?
Yep.
What's the save he has to get?
17.
He fails.
Okay. Dagger, throat.
Right? You cut his throat as he sort of stands there, his eyes dart down as he looks. You can see the colour starting to drain from his body.
Hey, Farks, meal for the road.
Fox just walks over, tilts his head, looks at him, and just chomps his head off.
As you do so, you hear someone say, "Excuse me."
Just whisper to Farks. More witnesses.
You
Oh
see,
shit!
you see someone saunter over towards you guys. Is there a reason why the Misfit strike team is now starting to attack my people? Do I have to find a reason why the incasts have to go against the Misfits?
Who are you?
Who am
This-
I? I'm Kid. I'm the leader of the incasts, and
What are the
you just
incasts?
killed.
The Incast was the third main
The
The
group
real
header.
question is, who are you? And are you of any importance to me? As he holds a kunai in hand.
This bitch about to ninja you.
Fox just kind of like side-eyeing Jimis. And
Pushing the
Hold on,
demons into
To be
Jimmy's
fair,
column.
Skyrim,
hold
you
on.
would know who this person is in his organization.
Okay,
Skyrim,
so-
no, Skyrim sort of does because he was there for when
Yeah.
the
Big
Misfits kicked the what
Nice
was the other
guys.
groups? The nice
Oh,
guys out, and the
okay,
kids
so
took, and the
af-
incasts took over.
Yeah.
After hearing that, Fox would definitely immediately dump out the bag of holding with the people in it and be like, any of these yours as well? They're not dead, just asleep.
They're not dead, just asleep. One with
There's just a
cross on
look
their
from
neck.
Jimis like, you're not making this better.
There's just 3 or 4 people missing heads. They're just sleeping.
No,
So-
Just
no.
asleep.
They're
This
all
is-
intact.
This
They're
is
all-
And you're named Kid, correct?
yes.
And you're in charge of these people?
I'm in charge of the one you just killed. The others I couldn't care about.
Oh. How much was he worth to you?
Depends. How much are you worth to the Misfits? Would they pay a pretty penny for your head, or would they pay a pretty penny for your life?
Well, that almost feels like a threat.
Oh, trust me, it's more of a promise. If you want to attack me, we will go to war, and I promise you that I have no reason to fear you, because you are a spellcaster, and spellcasters aren't exactly something that are hard to kill.
I like this guy.
Oh, yes. We're incredibly weak. I know. It's unfathomable that
hold
these spellcasters have made it this far in life.
Right at this moment, Fox would put a hand on Jimmy's shoulder, just look at him and be like nod, yeah, maybe not fuck around with this guy.
You mean shake your head, not nod.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Take my, what am I
Nodding
talking
means
about?
yes, go for it.
No, I mean shake.
So he
God,
he looks at the body that now is missing a head. And what about you, lizard folk? You about to regurgitate that head and apologize to me? Kiss my feet? I didn't think so. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go tell boss that you fucked up. After that, You can go do whatever the fuck you want, and I'm gonna go talk to boss, and I'm gonna get something out of either your pay or your pay.
Looks like Angerfist needs to punish some fucks.
Because that guy, though he might be a druggo, was one of my best informants outside the city. He was here on leave.
Now he's gone for good.
Oh shit!
It's alright, he's only left for a little while.
God dang it. This is what happens when I hang out with James's characters.
Yes.
He
Yes.
he grabs the body that is still standing without a head and just starts dragging it off. If boss doesn't know what's going on when I get to him, he's gonna be even more pissed off, you know that. His back is completely turned to you. What do you want to do?
Fox is just going to immediately head off.
James?
Are you going to clean up the bodies first?
There's... Oh, wait, hey, it's been a minute. Some of them are waking up now. As you can see, as they all see that you're waking up, as they all see that you two are standing in front of them as a dude with a blade is walking away with a headless person. The misfit that was there is just like, yeah, I don't usually fall asleep like that. What happened?
Misfit, move away.
He takes a few scooches away.
I cast sleep at 3rd level on the rest of them again.
They all pass out.
Varix, bag him.
Make him and tag him.
Her.
The ones that fell asleep. Do any of
So
them?
the 11.
I want to say this. I want to say this. Do any of them? Any of the rest of them look like misfits?
Nope, only one misfit.
Okay.
11 randoms, and you just happened, due to me rolling. I rolled, because there's a crowd of 13. I rolled to see how many were randos, and I almost rolled the full amount.
Oh, if only.
If it weren't for the fact that I rolled, because there was always going to be that one dude that was there that was going to be a misfit, but then there was one other person.
Yeah.
No.
Just
I'm gonna say this one meta-wise. Please do not fuck them over. I need the sewers that they own.
Like Fox would understand that they are basically a part of this place.
Yes!
I spent like the past like 5 minutes trying to find this damn picture.
But Fox just
You
says
should have just backed
that
out of the game, because it's
Hellball.
literally the picture for the game.
Yeah, Fox would just say it's better to tell boss. Because screwing over the incast would screw over this whole place. Which would piss boss off even more.
Alright, your call.
So you guys shoulder over back to boss's office.
Yeah.
Alright, so you get to the front door as the door is opening and you see Boss, who looks like he's in somewhat of a chipper mood with Darvel just leaving.
Is he out the door and gone?
Darvel is walking past you. He looks
Okay.
at you. Darvel looks at you and he's just like, oh. And he keeps walking.
Better red on mine.
Have a nice day!
Fox just kind of like shakes his head at Janice doing that.
They just walk
You know,
into boss's room and sit down.
Yeah.
Boss
So you
Boss
walk
sees you
past
walk in
Boss.
and
So you
go
walk
past
past.
him.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't realize boss was actually there.
He was at the
Yep.
doors, yeah.
Oh.
I just walk past him and sit down.
You go through it, go to his office and sit down. Oh god.
Come on, Firex, we're gonna get yelled at.
Farx just like sighs and goes in as well and sits down.
As you're walking in, boss looks at you. What do you mean get yelled at? As he follows you guys into the room,
So,
Yeah,
I met
sits
someone by the
down.
name of
Yeah.
Kid.
You can see a
Before-
brand new torture chamber behind him with what looks to be a much more comfy looking torture chair.
Now,
Is what gonna have some fun?
before that gets any further, I'd just like to point out after like Angifus and Access's chat, Angifus probably would have been like trying to spot who the boss is in regards to the like the master is that was in the bar.
Of course. Sir. Well, I'll give you a few choices once I've done this. So, what do you mean by yelled at?
We met someone called Kid.
Don't tell me you decided to screw with him.
Him, no. One of his people? Firex sort of bit the head off.
You slit the throat.
You two are acting like children right now, saying, who's to blame?
And
Oh,
to be honest, we both had a hand in it.
That's more like it. So, what happened?
We went out for lunch, I bought some slaves, and we needed to go get some food. Firex likes people, so we found some people. Drug addicts, of course.
So you went to get this. Let me get this right. You went to get lunch. You bought slaves before you got lunch.
Yes.
And then you went to get more food.
Oh, I didn't eat.
Oh, I
any.
ordered slave delivery.
Right.
I
Slave
like it
buy,
at the
if you
thing.
will.
Slave buy. I
That's
love
none
it.
of my business. My business is to know what happened that has caused you to come here to say that I'm going to yell at you.
Well, apparently the person known as Kid, just met him today. He had a bunch of people in this place that are informants for him.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
one person that we
The
know of.
in-casts have been pretty helpful with us ever since we gave them that plot of land. They've been giving us information about towns and cities, whereabouts of certain goods. We've been able to understand a lot more about how they get goods and whatnot.
Well, yeah, I don't have any good news in that regard. One of them is dead.
How? And this is where you say that I start yelling at you.
Yeah, that's right.
GMS was asking him where he got the drugs from. I'm guessing because he wanted to buy some.
I assumed he was just an addict.
Right.
GMS held purse in him and slit his throat. Told me kneel for go, and I just went over and bit his head off.
He opens a drawer and places a sheet of paper on the table with a few rules on there. These are the rules of Banditville that each bandit follows, that each lawful or unlawful being of evil, if you want to call us evil, follows. Rule number 1. Anyone here who is conducting business or is free is to not be harmed. Who is free? That means slaves can be harmed. That doesn't mean that businesses or people living here can be harmed.
Not gonna lie, would have been nice to have that on my way into town.
Expected it to be plastered everywhere, but I guess it's not.
Now, Meta, not gonna lie, I don't think even Angifus knows this.
Fox is
The-
pretty much like
The only one here that would know this would be Nubex.
Fox pretty much just like just says yeah, probably
The
gonna need a
only
couple.
reason why the nice guys were an exception was because they were they were already threatening the power of several powerful people here. So we were given special cause to annihilate and dismantle them.
Understood, boss. I'll make a reasonable effort so that this does not happen again.
What do you think should be a worthy punishment for one death? A needless one at that.
What if I get them a slave that can be trained up?
Slaves aren't
Probably
as loyal.
Why did I know
with the right conditioning, they can be. Fair point, though. Take some time for them to get trained up. How much does it cost for them to train up one person?
Meta really quick, I gotta let my cat out and I'll be right back.
Alright. Well, it depends what sort of training you're looking for.
You said he was one of their best.
If it's one of the best, then it's more or less the experience on top of that, which could be decades. How old did he look?
How old did he look?
His face. Roll me a history check, followed by a medicine check. Depending on if your history is high enough.
$22.
22. Roll me a medicine check.
9.
Say beard is safely mid-30s.
Mid-30s, give or take a few years.
Right, it takes up to 5 to 6 years to train an informant. Let's say he started when he was 18, and let's make him duller than a brick, which would make him the 6 years, so 24. Let's say he's at the lowest scale, that's 10 years of experience. You know what, maybe I could just get you to do a job for him. Then he might actually trust you.
I believe he did also mention he would be coming by here to let you know of what happened.
Right. Well,
I do know he said
first.
that the death would be money taken away from what me or Jimis would make.
I think he's under the inception that you're working via a contract of some sort that gets you paid every.
He's working on the assumption that we have a salary.
That you're salaried, but you're actually on commission. So he's probably thinking that your salary is going to be cut, but I can't exactly show that your salary gets cut. So, you have the choice of doing your job for him under direct orders of me, or you forego 100 platinum and he forgoes 1,000 gold worth of gems.
I'm going to reach into my bag, pull out 350 platinum, and place it on the table.
So alright. So you're going to pay for it. For both, or just yourself? Is that what you're offering?
Yeah, that'll cover it.
Alright. Ferox, you're a lucky lizard folk. You don't have to lose any gems.
By the way, the list of rules, I may need a copy of that.
Yeah, can I get a copy so that I can make copies and put them everywhere?
Alright. He grabs a couple and hands them to you. Rule number 1 in big bold letters is do not screw with anyone free.
Not gotta you gotta show, if you share that to Ang, he's gonna say there's rules in this place. Lame.
You're gonna
my
say
God.
that. You're gonna say that, and you're gonna be like, "Boss, you never told me there were rules here." It's just like the only rules here are to make sure that bandits can at least enjoy their spoils without fucking each other over. That's the only reason why these rules exist.
So it doesn't affect Angerfest in the slightest.
Yeah, doesn't affect you in the slightest because one, no one fucks with you here, and two, if they did, they wouldn't.
But maybe.
And two, if they did, it's their own damn fault.
Yeah. So after that he hands you it. There's only 3 rules there. 1, do not screw with anyone free. 2, do not mess with the power structure. And 3, each to their own.
You
If
broke
you-
through that rule.
If you meddle in someone else's affairs, prepare to face consequences.
Alright, boss, thanks for clearing this all up for us.
Yep. And you may be wondering why I'm at Chippermoot and didn't immediately go to cut off your arm. Or his arm.
But
Honestly,
Angerfist in here to deal with them like.
This would be
Because-
awesome, and which arm do they want to lose?
It's because my old man, or at least my old man, congratulated me on the empire that I'm building.
Oh, congratulations.
Almost makes me wish I could keep you longer than I am going to keep you, but an emperor knows, or at least if I ever become an emperor knows when his most powerful allies need to go from bodyguards to associates. No? No one?
Jimus just nods.
yeah,
I
Jim.
got it.
Fark. I want to call Farx Jimus for some reason. I don't know why.
You're not Jimus,
Everyone-
Jimus is Jimus.
Everyone is now Jimus. Congratulations. The wish has been made.
Why am I getting
We
no.
are Jimus.
Why am I getting punished for this?
Oh, Farx, when you ate that head, it tasted awful. Got to say.
Did it make?
I would be thinking Farx be slightly high or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did the medical, change his ways?
Medical.
So, either that dude was on something that just didn't make his blood taste right or his skin taste right, or it's just something about him wasn't right. It was not fresh enough or something.
Is there anything else you'd like to go over with us, boss?
Well, in a couple of days, there's going to be a ceremony. While that's happening, I expect all of you to be heading straight to the next location and preparing to take over. I believe it is way off. Once you are whilst you are away to take care of way off, we shall be dealing with, well, either losing a child, maybe losing a brother, or gaining a child. Oh, Farx, if it does happen to be a girl, would you like a fetus?
Jimus just looks shocked and slowly turns his head to look at Fark.
Well, I'm guessing that has something to do with what your great grandfather said about what happens if it's a girl. It has to die.
We're not allowed to have girls in our bloodline. We marry outside of our bloodline, but any inside the bloodline do not get married off. It's a cruel test of fate, but it's the only one that has assured us power. And as you can see, he sort of gestures around. Look where it got me. Imagine if I was, I don't know, a lean vow. That's not exactly a challenging name, and you look at me and I'd be talking like, woo, it's not exactly something that you'd find intimidating. Meanwhile, there's Captain
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like,
Captain
Yeah.
Madam.
flashbacks to the captain.
Yes.
Captain Irene. Just
Yeah.
Fox is just like going to think to himself, really? Huh. So I guess Captain Irene is a rarity then. More like a joke inside his head.
hmm. Though you could probably tell me that you have met females of authority, and that's good for you, but I'm a product of my upbringing, and there's a reason why I'm single.
Well, if the child has to die no matter what, then sure, why not?
That's actually why I'm not a fan of it. If I ever settle down, I don't exactly want to have my father's what you get it, show
Your
up and
ancestor.
kill it. So I choose to be single, and I choose to do this.
Is there only 3 remaining in your entire bloodline?
No, there's the mother and father. And if we end up somehow dying out, he can always resurrect us. He looks rather gaunt when he says that.
Sounds like that's happened before, Meta.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Not gonna lie, Jimis is seriously considering the idea of just breeding a bunch of that family until they're mostly females.
Well,
You evil
if this child ends up being a female, you should probably try and steal it away before it gets snuffed.
Or just bring it back to life afterwards.
Right, with what
Do you know
powers?
that could be possible?
We've got a druid.
I mean, it had to be revivified. That's the biggest issue.
Which would be 1 minute after death, which is going to be more like a heist action than anything.
Husband gets very sentimental about our baby.
You'll be doing it yourself because
Somebody's watching TikTok. I heard it.
Anyway,
I just heard that video and it made me laugh. I don't know why.
Sending Stone calling Angerfist.
If you're gonna call Anger Fist, I guess it's about time I go call Ferox.
alright, so what do you say to Angerfist?
Hey Angerfist, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news.
You want me to punch her?
No.
Right.
So where are you at?
Currently in an inn, drinking, eating,
Which inn?
trying to. Probably the one that we almost always go to, honestly.
Yep.
I'm
It's
going
probably
to
like
walk
the
out of the
only
building
inn.
and try and find that inn.
You'd know that you. Like, it's not. I don't know the name at the moment, but you would know it because we have met there before. It's actually where we had the first, like, agreement talk with Black Hat.
Jimis would ask you for the name of it.
Angus this would give you the name of it. I don't quite remember the name myself.
Okay, then he would head there.
But yeah, Angus has just been sort of just not nice
Sorry.
picture.
I just saw the picture.
Yeah, Angus has been sort of trying, but he's also been he's also been drinking whilst he's been trying to figure out who this master guy is. Because apparently he is in the inn after like having his chat with Axdeath.
Excuse me, Angerfist, we need to go to the tailor.
Are you saying that? What? Are you saying that when you get there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it just a collective one?
Collective what?
Sending Stone.
Yeah, I've got one that goes to a few different people, and then I've got the group one, and then I've got another one.
Yeah.
I am back, by the way.
I used the
Hey, go-
collective one to ask for where he was.
Yeah.
Nubex, you said you were going to contact Fox?
Yeah. Just gonna meet up with you at one point or another.
Ah.
I would
Well, you
mention
know
on the
where to
sending
find
stone.
me in the-
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you'll know where to find me in the woods.
I would mention on the sending stone that anyone who needs a tailor should probably come with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because I want another set of
You
clothes.
say it like Nubex needs another set of clothes. I think you're hinting at something here,
The only
but I'll
person
go.
that I know there's a 0% chance of saying yes is Nubex.
Nubex is
Well,
going to go to the forest.
this is what I'm expecting is about to happen.
I'm just like waiting for a photo or something now.
With Jimus's idea.
Oh.
Fuck that. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Sorry if I'm laughing really loud.
Eagles kind
on
of
my-
1822.
Sorry if I'm laughing really loud on my end. It's nice doing this after the day I've had.
Yeah, it's cool. So please continue your roleplay. I demand it, sir.
I take it I wasn't able to like figure out who this master
Roll
person would
perception
have been.
check.
It's not going to be true. So I'm just going to say I probably wouldn't. Yeah, no, I don't.
What'd you get?
A 6.
A 6. You see several people. The one that sticks out the most to you is sitting down at a table not too far away. He's currently just drinking what looks to be a coffee. And he has his back turned to you. And
Question, Doc.
this is what you see.
Can I drag
No, you can't.
Drag Farox away? Sure.
The colours definitely look familiar.
Barracks, can you join telepathy
They
2, please?
definitely have a yellow to
Sure.
them.
Yeah. Angus is probably just motion over for the barkeep and
Alright.
say a drink to him. Like the
For
same.
him.
Yeah, like a drink. Like he's trying to get the attention of the barkeep that said something about like the master is in this place.
You know
And he
who
would point.
is.
I think it's him. And I'd point at him.
Bold action to think it might be him. Anything that gives it away.
Not really. The colours are the yellow and black is a tad familiar. Don't know if that actually has anything to do with it. And those pauldrons. No, the pauldrons aren't the same. The pauldrons aren't the same color as the Orcanium, is it?
It is the rich red Orcanium. The rich
Yeah,
crimson.
and the pauldrons.
Right. As he goes to get a drink, you blink and you are greeted by this in front of you as you're sitting, staring right into you, right at you.
The name's Angerfist. Though I'm certain you know that.
I am Master. The
Your col-
Master.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Your colors are, now that I have a better look at them, look like the Misfits.
Such a clay group. Small, insignificant, compared to the bigger picture.
I don't doubt that.
You do well to be rid of them.
I will be. In
Their
time.
boss, small-minded and narrow to the idea of power amongst men, when you could have power amongst countries.
I'll be done with the Misfits when I'm done with them. They're keeping me entertained for now.
What is your true name? Your clan name? Will you divulge, or shall you stay quiet about it?
How about I divulge that when I become a member of your group?
So you've chosen then.
Yes, but I'm not going to join by coming up with some coward theory. I'm sure there's someone I could fight for a position.
Do you think that is how we all got here?
No. Well, truth be told, I don't know. You're only the second person I've actually had interactions with that has any sort of power in that organization.
I could show you how to get in. It would cause your mind to warp and your ideals to bend. You'd lose yourself again and again.
Maybe another time then.
Another time. I shall choose when you're worthy to join.
Sure. I'm not fussed when I join. All I know is that I will join. And if need be, I will kill someone. Your lot seems entertaining.
I shall divulge the one that you have met, and that shall be the information you get.
I have met Carolus, unless you're talking about the barkeep.
Varolus was once a bounty hunter who delighted in hunting mages who abused their power. One day he bit off more than he could chew. He went up against an immortal by the name of Master. Who set up a fake attack, which ended with Carolus being captured and tortured until his mind broke, and he was allowed to join the Immortals. He remembers his old life, and his torture, but cares little for it. At least that's what I believe.
Yes. Most anything that came out of his mouth had to do with his research.
And that is how you get higher up, is research. And it doesn't have to be in magic, it can be in other places. You find new ways to cause death, then congratulations. You find new ways to make people see you differently, congratulations. Anything that can give the immortals a reason to continue living on, something in memory, that makes you immortal. You become a tyrant, you're an immortal.
become the Grey. That does make sense.
As for me, I am but an orchestrator of this all. I'm here to make people great, as I have become great myself.
Gonna make Angerfish great again.
I
Just like
started
Trump.
the Misfits, and I left them for greener pastures. And when you see those greener pastures, you'll see why I left. Those rules that they have, these rules that they chain us with, to not kill people just because of this or that, doesn't matter if you don't care about it.
There are rules here?
Of
I wasn't
course.
aware.
Only 3
Seems
rules.
boring.
Only 3 rules, easy to follow. Rule 1 is not to kill anyone who is free. Rule 2, I've forgotten what that rule was. And rule 3 is something to do with keep to yourself. Otherwise, consequences come towards you. And what you did looking for me, that's a consequence in its own.
Fair enough.
But-
I
but
did
I
more
don't
out
see
of
you.
curiosity.
I don't see you as a threat. If you were a threat, you'd be twice your size right now and trying to crush my skull.
Maybe one day, eh?
If you're ever brave enough to take the dive to become a leader of something else.
Nah. That's for future. That's for the future to decide, really. Or at least the future me to decide.
He takes the drink that's there, moves his cloth down, and finishes off your drink. As you can see that he has fangs. Some port from Port City, I see. Good taste. There's a reason why that place still exists, and it's because they make the best.
Oh, I don't doubt.
He looks over to you, Axtef. Did you leave, or are you still there?
Oh, if sorry, not Axef. If Angerfist didn't leave to go to the tailor, then he
Oh
wouldn't
no,
have.
he was. Alright,
This
so.
is a while before the Taylor thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
so. He looks towards you. You shall be an immortal. Not by choice. For you shall, or at least from what I can see, you want to make a name for yourself. You want to become the marauder of marauders, which will mean that people will remember you for a long, long time.
No response. Strong
I
silent
like
type.
I like this one. He's not going to argue with me.
There is a reason why he's one of the few I trust in my
See, the
I have
whole
seen
the only
those in your
reason
group.
that
Aloud.
Angerfist if that Axef is not going to say what he is going to do and what he plans to do, because the only thing he really cares about is getting back to Wisher Creek and dealing with his problems there.
Yep.
Afterwards, he doesn't know what's planned for him other
So
than to keep the Marauders going.
he after that he looks back at you, Angerfist. How is our weapon treating you?
I pat Head Splitter. Head Splitter is very, very good. Although, I have an idea for Head Splitter and this coin I've gotten. I think Head Splitter deserves an upgrade.
You believe that it could be upgraded? That is interesting ideals. I will leave you to it. I'm sure you have better things to do than to talk to me.
I'm
However,
expecting the next
I
job to come.
agree. However,
Hmm?
I do agree that he is trustable, as the only others you have is a loudmouth gunman, a lizard folk with very little table manners, who just ate someone that almost caused a war,
I'm going to need to punch him.
a sorcerer who seems to not know his place, or tries to go above his place at moment, a goblin who is rich and powerful in his own right, and a shape-changing being, whose alliances I know not of.
Oddly enough, the shape changing. Three of the ones that you just mentioned have been able to keep me relatively entertained. It's the only real reason I haven't snapped at their neck.
Entertainment is different to trust. I can look at a
Yes.
jester and laugh, but I will not share my
Oh,
secrets with him. I can look at
I
a
don't.
religious man and scoff, but I still won't do anything to keep any valuable information to him. They say they won't use it, but you know that the holier than thou individuals will always use it.
Oh, yes. They feel the need to do the right thing. The quote unquote right thing. And it's quite honestly boring that they do that. Boring and annoying.
He looks at the barkeep, and the barkeep comes over to him, and he hands him a red coin. And the barkeep looks to you. So you want to upgrade that, do you?
I intend to.
Right. He holds up the red coin. Come back at midnight. I'll
Will
take the
do.
weapon off your hands, and you'll get it back in the morning. You'll have to leave whatever materials you want to upgrade it with me.
That's easily done.
What's your current strength?
6. A +6.
Right. Considering its design, right. And the barkeep walks away. You both have finished your meals.
Yeah. And he just finished the last of my port, so I don't have any reason to stay at the inn.
Yep. Normally, if it was anyone else, they'd be looking at getting absolutely decked, but because this person seems to carry some weight to them, you're gonna let them pass this time.
And he has an appreciation for the port.
Yeah,
Just a nice little bonus.
nice little bonus. He gets to live. Hooray for him. Everyone's a winner. Yay! So, what's next on the agenda of this jam-packed day?
Meta, I'm curious. Were they talking to Kid?
No.
Oh, they were just talking about someone who heard about, what Fox did.
This is happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that is happening right now. Or just happened, and he just talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How powerful is this person?
Jim, it's time for you to kill another man.
Well, considering Jimus now knows in meta that this person has fangs.
Well, I guess after I talk to Ferox, I will go find Gymnast.
Alright, so, Jimus, where would you be right now?
Jimus would have headed to where Troy told him to meet. Angerfist told him to meet.
Yeah, which probably be
So you
now
three meet
outside
up?
of the inn. Yeah.
So you
I
three
will
meet up?
say Farks would be back at his encampment if
Yep.
Mammy is there.
Time to
And
go to the tailor.
eating on
My
the
first
keeping this bag of
first
holding.
words out of my mouth to you, Jim, is like, so Farx ate someone who might have started a war between us and the incasts.
Yes.
You have anything to do with that?
Are you talking to him or me?
I'm asking. I'm
I
looking
stepped
at
5
Jimus.
feet away from him. Yes.
This is going to be interesting.
He just proceeds to slap you with his head splitter.
Has it been resolved?
Yes.
Like Angerfist stepped 5 feet towards you and looked down. Actually, tilted his down properly at you to say that.
Something to note. Jimus is a bit taller than Angerfist last really saw him.
Either way, he still needs to look down.
Oh yeah.
Like, he doesn't normally bother to do that because normally people are far enough away that he just needs to make his eyes go down. So the fact that he steps closer to you to do that.
Do not disrespect me.
Jimus is just looking up at you. I am keeping both arms. It has been resolved.
Keeping both arms. For now.
I'm going to look at Gymnast.
Angerfist does say that, for now. What do you want?
We're going to the tailor.
Gymnast, can you cast the cleaning on me?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Why are we going to the tailor?
I'm being clean, just so long as he doesn't have to get in a bath.
Well. Jimus just takes off his bow tie. These clothes are a bit old now. And you need something snazzy.
Genesis is waiting outside the tailor's.
I feel like my outfit, I feel, is fine. What do you mean by snazzy?
You know, a bit of an upgrade. Make you even more intimidating. Upgrades,
Looming-
people. He claps his
looming
hands
over
twice.
you.
Upgrade.
Looming over you.
Looming
What
over
do you
you.
mean? More intimidating.
Well, we could start by looking at that yellow. It's not your color.
So I agree with that. And the only reason there is yellow is because, for
Then that
now,
leather jacket, it's... Well, how can you see the blood on it? It won't do it all. We need something that when you crack someone's skull open, you can tell that there's brains on that.
you do realize that the reason it is this color is because it is blood, yes.
Oh, you should really clean it.
I've tried.
Complains he can't see the blood.
You need to be able to tell that there's blood on it.
Can't tell if there's blood on fucking the
So-
axe of.
So I tried looking for looming over someone, and this. When you're home alone and hear a noise late at night. God, I feel that when I'm the only one awake and I hear something at night, I'm just like, "Ugh." There we go. The cats have returned. Just as they did at the start of the game, they return as we start streaming.
Go on, go do you well. Who else is there at the moment? Nubex?
Yeah.
Exdeath.
I've
But I
also
feel
walked out and I'm standing next to Angerfist,
So you could use the
confused on what an
same.
actual, confused on what a tailor is because he's never seen one or heard of one.
And you're supposed to be an intimidating leader of the Marauders, right?
Can I just do a silent intimidation check on him?
Sure, roll an intimidation.
It just has to be fucking done.
Yep.
uh,
Let's hope for some good rolls.
well, I'm only a +2 in it, so
What is your so your passive would be 12.
no.
Is it like an
Six.
is it an AOE or is it
Jimis
just like
would regardless
staring
look
Jimis
intimidated
down?
by this.
No, I'm guessing Jimis would regardless look intimidated by it because it's two
A
8 feet
reminder-
Goliath standing next to each other.
Yeah. A reminder that he has had time to look at a new design.
And he did put one in.
Yes. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's in the Evil campaign. Pinned, well, I tagged everyone that was in the Evil
Everyone.
campaign.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to have a look at it, you can. I do actually just have a picture of it as well. because
Okay, you not so much. Your design's pretty cool. But you, he points back at Angerfist. Yeah, we are gonna need to make some changes.
And they can happen once I'm done with the Misfits. I don't particularly care how I look right now.
I'm gonna look at
Okay,
Jimis. So why are we getting close?
Besides, people aren't exactly going to care when I drive head splitter through their head. Through them, are they?
No, I care. Humor me. Consider it a team building exercise. It'll take an hour out of your day.
Can he evade it?
Like, you hear Agatha's sigh, and he's just like produced a bottle of port from somewhere. Takes a swig.
Meta, the farther I crave violence, I feel like that's Jimis when he was a kid. I don't know why.
I more than likely am not going to get my clothes changed, but I will humor you.
I'm gonna like look at you, Fingerfist. Are you going to share? As I'm like glancing at the bottle.
Pull out a cup.
I'm gonna begin heading to the tailor.
I pull out a cup, pour some in to the cup for Nubek. Your lips aren't touching the bottle.
Is it? I just got cleaned. What do you mean?
The bacteria would probably travel rather quickly.
The inside of your mouth has seen no cleanliness, my friend.
No.
It's not like
is
one
it
of
a normal? Is it a normal
just
cup
a straight up
or?
normal cup. It's like
I'm gonna-
not one of Agafist's special cups that he has for himself. It's just a normal run of the mill cup.
I'm just
It's
gonna like
also
wait
not
for you to
like
pour it,
Hornets on the
grab
side
it,
back stuff.
drink it, and then just walk after James. Oh, goodness.
I'm going to humor this small Jimis. If you want to go back to the Marauders, you can.
I'm curious on what this tailor is.
Someone who does clothes.
Well, I thought he would have been someone that takes tails.
Fortunately not.
And he walks
learned
off
that-
saying that.
It's like I learned that they weren't when I was young.
Game.
And Angus will follow Nubek and Jimis. He's probably Angus more than likely isn't going to get any actual changes to his outfit. He is straight up just doing this to humor you.
Perfect.
I am, however, making a new outfit for him to have a look at later on.
Yeah. Like, his outfit will change.
So,
Eventually.
with
So
with
you
now
find
drink in hand, I'm gonna run up to James before we get to the tailor.
Who's running up to me?
Nubex. So, I'm going to need your help
With?
as like I do like the hand magic.
Okay.
Cool. And also, are the knolls cleared out yet?
I just turned to Anger Fist.
I turn to Anger Fist. Are the knolls
I
cleared
would
out
more
yet?
than likely have caught up with you guys because I do walk faster than you. Faster than you.
If James
Well-
turned to look at you, I would turn to look at you.
Well,
They
I
would
killed.
just be to the right. Just you both look. The only difference is that slightly looking up and then majorly looking up.
Yeah. Like, well, I killed something, and I killed a bunch of gnolls. Then I killed something that seemed quite full of itself, having to do with gnolls. And then I'm assuming what the leader was.
So it's cleared out.
I'm pretty sure. I heard in my head after I killed number 11's copy, good hunt. Don't know what the fuck that had anything to do with, but
Oh, that's good, right?
I don't know.
Right?
I got at one point or
I don't
another.
know.
Can you go back down and make sure they're gone?
It'll be fine.
It won't be fine.
Meta,
I want the
just-
land they're in.
Meta, I just realized Forax has a grey bag of tricks.
Yes, I know, I got it for him.
I completely forgot about that. Good thing I put it down in my character sheet.
The assholery that was just in my voice.
So I'm not the only one that heard that, okay.
So I'm going to turn back to gymnast. How long is it going to take to clear them out exactly?
They're all cleared out.
I'm gonna like look at you. I don't believe that for a second.
Maybe we can make it a marauder team building exercise.
I'm gonna turn towards Axe.
It's only
Axe
two
isn't
walk.
there.
Axe is already gone. He's already
Which is
the
walked off
only
after saying
reason I said that out
I
loud.
thought they took tails, and then he walked off.
Damn it!
So you'd have to try and catch him and see if he would find
No.
it worth his time.
Nah, it's all good.
Oh yeah,
I'll just get rid of him if I have to.
that'll be funny to watch. Who knows?
It
that
won't be.
I'll come and watch.
I'm just gonna keep using magic items, then I'll get rid of them all.
Could they
I might
surround you and beat the living shit out of you?
They can't.
So, do we get to the tailor?
You get to the tailor.
You
Guess
see
it's standing
James
outside
standing
the
outside
tailor.
it.
Oh, good, you want a costume too? Outfit. Outfit's
Jim,
what I meant.
Costume, fucking.
Wait, is that why we came here?
Of course.
Yes, we're putting you in a rat costume.
I don't want more clothes. One set's enough. I get cleaned now and then when needed.
Nubex, I
That
just
is
need you
enough.
to get measured. You don't need to try anything on.
I disagree. I like this. It is rated black. Look, it's nice.
Oh yes, it's great. I just need you to get measured.
He wants to know how big a coffin he needs.
If I knew that, I would just use a regular sized person one and just toss them in.
Yeah,
It'd be
it's
like
a lot easier. Probably
it'd be like
cheaper
a-
too.
It'd be like a fucking what's it called? Maraca.
Macarena.
No, because a Macarena's a dance.
Yeah, a maraca.
Yeah,
Just need an earthquake.
or
If-
just
if
a really
Vivek-
strong person.
If Nubek gets measured, will you come help Nubex with magic?
Sure.
Shake. Nubek's like holding out his hand.
She misshakes it.
Oh, good. You can help me fortify something.
Alright, let's go. First, we go deal with this first.
I'm gonna go walk into the store to get measured.
So,
By the way, do any of you know where the drug addicts are?
Which ones?
There is
sure-
no response.
Angufist just
You
asked,
see
like,
them,
which
like,
ones?
in
I'm pretty
Tekken
sure
Breath.
there's... Angufist is just like, which ones? I'm pretty sure there's several groups. Or are you looking for Jeffy specifically?
I'm looking for. Is it Jeffrey or is it George?
George, that was it. Or are you looking for George specifically?
George specifically.
Then
I think
ask
he's
a
the only
misfit.
misfit. I think he's one of the few misfits of all the drug addicts.
you guys haven't
So
seen George in a
strange.
while.
And you'll never see him again.
Well, no, George is alive because he wasn't put to sleep. Or Fox didn't grab him, I should say.
So,
So, what materials do they have in the place?
Not gonna lie,
Essentially,
Genesis just looks at is just looking at Genesis like, you know something.
I just have to
Anyway.
do a little bit of changing real quick of this. I forgot to add something. So what was the question?
What materials do they have in here?
Materials in there, they seem to have quite a few different materials, though there doesn't seem to be someone at the counter right now.
Excuse me.
How long will measuring take?
You see a small bit of mist appear. As it looks up, you can see it's like this tiny bit of mist in a small cloak, and it looks up at you with blue eyes and waves.
I wave back.
You hear in your mind, on break, be back soon.
Alright.
I asked
If
him
if an emergency, you also hear if an emergency, please,
Get out of my store.
if an emergency, please pat mist.
Alright, well, is this like just what James here, or is it everyone?
This is what James hears.
Angufist says, am I done? Like, can I go now?
No.
Or- and I'm nearly done humoring you. Great.
Is there anyone in the store? I'm just gonna turn to gymnast.
They're currently on break. They shouldn't be too much longer.
Ah, good, gives me time to explain then. Maybe
Alright.
it's just gonna like try to get on a level, but like I'm looking at the same level as gymnast.
You just get on the counter.
That would do. Just like stand on the counter
You're still shorter than him.
or
Honestly-
sit on the counter.
Honestly, Angufist would probably just know what you want and just pick you up and put you on the counter.
That's better.
Like-
As I'm like more level with James, and I'll just start doing like making shapes with my arm, like to explain the vault without talking about it, just to annoy him for a while.
So we're playing charades.
And try and annoy him even more, Angufist is like nodding like he knows exactly what you're talking about.
I would just start shuffling a deck of cards.
Go to like look at you, James. Did you get that?
Not a sentence.
I didn't know we were playing charades. Someone should have told me.
All right, James. How much good magic do you have? strong.
And with that, I'm
He
leaving.
just makes a strong, like, flexes his muscle.
I just gotta look at Axe. Anger Fist. Does that mean lots or little?
Anger
I don't know
Fist
how
is
strong he
leaving.
is.
Like mention of magic, he was already bored. Why is he gonna stay around when talk of coward stuff
Wait,
is happening?
Angerfist, you could look like this. I cast minor illusion.
What does he look like now? Because I
You
can
could
tell
look
you
like
what he
that.
looks.
He'll be an improvement, I swear.
That's a lot of overcoat.
Yeah,
Like he
that
wants to
might
get less.
that would more than likely restrict the movement of swinging head splitter.
It also
Yes,
restrict the flow.
He
of
points
scrolls.
that out. He points that out. Like first things first, that's going to restrict my arm movement.
You could just, like, tear it whenever you need to.
It's like how he looks. Why change?
Oh God, you do the same thing.
I did the same thing for everyone.
Why did you
Want to
do this?
give us matching out?
Look, you see neck. No.
You want to give us matching outfits? What are we, a boy band?
No, we could be.
No.
No.
Hmm.
That do not
Sorry.
want to be a boy band.
Alright, fine, abandon me, why don't you?
I'm pretty sure there's like only one person in this, in like character wise, that can actually play instruments in this group.
Yep.
I think.
Actually, Forex is proficient with a violin.
Oh, okay. With two people.
Oddly enough.
And Cody, what background did you pick? The criminal background. Never mind. That doesn't give you
Yeah.
proficiency with a thinger. So yeah.
But if he was to be proficient in anything, it
So,
would be a pawn.
the tiny mist disappears back into the back room as a much larger misted individual comes around.
Hello.
What can I do for you, my friend?
I
I was
just
so
Angus
meta.
realizes like he was distracted long enough for the guy to come back.
The plan
Jimmy's
worked.
just changes it so that it looks like his outfit that he wants. I would like this.
Wait a sec, I'm not sure what you want. Ah, that one. You would like that? What thread do you want?
What thread do you have?
I like to believe that I'm still
That's
on
not
the.
the question I'm asking.
I'd like to believe that I'm still on the tabletop as well, like the counter.
Well, I would like a metallic thread of some sort, maybe platinum or silver, or I'd even settle for
Platinum's a
mithril if need
little
be.
harder. Platinum is a little harder to turn into threads because a lot of people like stealing it. Silver and mithril can be done very easily. However, are you looking to make it into a pseudo suit of armor? Is the
No.
next question.
Not armor based.
Alright. So, I can do something for you. However, how long do you have?
How long will this require?
Depends. Silver or if it's silver or if it's mithril. It depends what what measurements I need to take. Silver, I'll need to make sure that I've got enough padding. Mithril, it can actually be worn almost to the skin, so it will only need a little light fabric on entwined to it.
Oh, so you're the one that does the measure. Does it like turn to gymnast?
Yes, I believe we'll just go with Mithril in that case.
Jimus gets a silk underlay.
Alright.
Would it be possible to do Mithril and Silver?
Mithril and silver would clash. Though it wouldn't clash at the same time, depending how you had it. Would you rather light? It's mithril is usually a bluish color, right? It's a very
Yep, slightly
slight-
blue in tint.
And then silver is, just silver.
Silver.
Yeah,
Would you be able to...
could work. But are you trying to make yourself look like a holy man, or I'm not sure what you're trying to do here.
Oh, a holy man wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm just thinking slightly... very, very faintly red into the mix.
What in the mix?
A very faint red. I believe I could create a dye for that myself.
Very faint red into the mix. Red, blue, that you just want purple then at that point.
Just go with the Mithril and I can handle the colouring myself.
Right, but you must remember that once you've purchased this, if you fuck it up, that's your bad, not mine.
Of course.
Anyway, there wouldn't be much you could do if you tried to throw a punch at me. I'm made out of mist.
Lisa Agathis has been looking at him, thinking,
Could
like,
I-
what would be the logistics of punching mist?
Could I reach them from where I am?
Yeah, you could reach the person from where you are.
I would just like push my hand forward into the mist.
Okay, so you push your hand forward into the mist. I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Just slowly, like they could see me pushing my hand towards them. Like it's not like
I thought you pushed it. What would have happened if you just pushed it? You would have just fallen through.
oh no, like I'm just like slowly approaching. I'm not like forcing my hand through anything.
Yeah, so not really. You just sort of goes through as you sort of wave around the mist as it sort of creates a hole, and then the hole fills up.
Enough for Angus to determine that it would be a boring ass fight. Bored now.
I'm gonna turn to James. How does the mist measure you then?
In mysterious ways.
If I had a platinum coin, if I had a platinum coin for every time someone had made that joke, I would have hired him to throw you out as the mist points at you, Angerfist.
I was just asking.
Then again, it's not. I guess it's not your fault that you're, a magic user.
And Angus is finding out that a lot more people don't like magic users.
Why do you
Good.
think this person got cursed the way they are?
Alright, so is that reasonable?
It's reasonable. How light do you want this? Do you want it to be rather light, or to actually offer protection?
I'm not really interested in it. Do you think I'd need to be trained in any sort of armor to wear it? If you
Not
made
really.
it heavier?
Not really. I'd make sure that it would work with you, not against you.
Then I would be interested in getting some sort of defense out of it.
Alright. I mean, actually, there is a catch. If you want it to be heavy armor, or do you want it to be more light armor?
Oh, light, of course.
Alright, light it is. It will probably only offer you a little bit more protection. Meta, imagine studded leather.
That's better than what I've got.
You got the lowest AC out of everyone.
What is
My
studded
AC.
leather again?
I think it's 12.
Yeah,
Bubble
studded
go
leather
down.
is
I'm talking about weight.
13 pounds.
13 pounds? Alright. I will have the approximate price when you come back. I shall have it made up for you, and you'll pay and get. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Good. Return here at your earliest convenience within the next 3 days. Either come back tomorrow and it might be done, or come back in 3 days and it will be done.
I'll see you in the morning.
In the morning. Interesting. Do any of you want anything?
I'm only here to humor the magic.
Can you measure him up as well? And him up? And him up? As I point to the other two.
Done.
Thank you.
But I'm not sure why I just need to change his. I did his a while ago, as he points to Angerfist. Though I'm not sure how you dyed it that red.
Blood.
It looks... Oh, okay, well, if it works.
It does. Quite well, actually.
His will weigh a little more. Just 'cause size. His way less, 'cause size.
I will not want a... I am not looking for a new set of clothes. I'm only here to I'm only here to humor him.
Well, then he pays for whatever I make, or he pays for whatever he wants, and it's up to you if you want to wear it or not. I get paid at the end of the day, and I get to do something.
How much was Jimus's?
He's gonna find out when he goes back.
My question is as well, Dos. The clothing I have on does not have holes and rips through it. Yes, it's still like. Okay, cool. I'm good then. I don't need a new set of clothes.
Mithril, 250 gold per pound.
Was 13
Give this man a
pounds.
bath.
1 second, I gotta find out how much something weighs.
I don't need a bath. I'm fine. I already got cleaned by magic.
To be bleached.
Did not need bleach. You already.
The only way
What?
to really clean you.
5 by 10.
Lies. I have
Right,
been
so
cleaned.
that will be, when you return, that will be looking at 325 platinum all up.
Completely silence.
He left.
However,
Oh.
what?
He said he's
Where'd
got
he
Jim,
go?
this
I
isn't.
believe.
Don't know.
Oh,
I didn't actually hear.
Bloodman needs a bath.
yeah, neither did I.
Oh! He's talking about me!
Yeah. Alright, well, in that case, we will end the session there.
Alright.
Hmm.
Would it be possible for him to alter my armor?